2 sites in Syria.
The military retaliated against the Iranian forces responsible for many of these attacks against American positions in Iraq and Syria. A senior military official says a pair of F-16s hit an IRGC weapons storage area and 1 ammunition storage facility.
Fox's Rich Edson. On day 21 of the war between Israel and Hamas, the UN chief is warning that Gaza will face an unprecedented avalanche of human suffering unless there's a fundamental shift in how aid is getting in. Meantime, President Biden out with a statement marking 5 years since the deadly shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, saying the wound is deepened by the Hamas attack on Israel that he calls pure evil. The manhunt continues in Maine for Robert Card, accused of killing 18 people in 2 mass shootings Wednesday night.
I think that every minute that this goes on, we're more and more concerned, because what's the next thing that's going to happen? And we understand that. And that's why we're working 24/7.
Maine Public Safety Commissioner Mike Sawchuk not confirming what was in a note found at Card's home last night. New York Congressman George Santos back in court to face more fraud charges, pleading not guilty to a 23-count superseding indictment, including 10 felony charges.
Among the new charges, the accusation that he made tens of thousands of dollars in unauthorized charges on credit cards belonging to some of his campaign donors. Santos has already pleaded not guilty to other charges that were filed in May that accuse him of lying to Congress about his wealth and using campaign funds to pay for personal expenses.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. A trial date is set for next September. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the stage.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Still warm this afternoon, 82, but there's a cold front on the way. Showers, a rumble of thunder in the evening, turning sharply colder. We'll feel the dropping temperatures tonight quickly. 45 for the low. Saturday, periods of rain, 55. Rain Saturday night. Sunday, periods of rain, 52, but dropping into the 40s. A hard freeze on tap Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. We teach you how to maximize your budget. Whether you're celebrating a special moment or just want to treat yourself, Diamonds Direct will deliver unbeatable value. We go the extra mile by sourcing our diamonds direct to save you money. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees, like our free setting 110% lifetime upgrade, flexible financing up to 5 years, and our best price guarantee. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Start and end your search today at Diamonds Direct. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. At Olive and 270, official partner of the St. Louis Blues and proud to call the Gateway City home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
St. Louis physician Dr. Abicki created Neovitin 15 years ago to help support his own nutrition when he needed it most. Since then, Neovitin has helped thousands of people support their daily nutrition with sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and Dr. Abicki's proprietary blend. If you're ready to join many St. Louisans in supporting their nutrition, give Neovitin a try. You can find Neovitin at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitin.com.
Fall into a hiring spree with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Tune into the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Del, self-made millionaire and founder of Lifestyles Unlimited, will show you how to live the life of your dreams and pay for it with passive income.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
Right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Annie Frey Show. We appreciate you being with us today. I'm just going to put the YouTube live chat poll out here from the beginning, which is something I used to do, but I don't do it lately. But we're going to set the tone for today. When is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Important words in this sentence. When is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime they want, November, after Thanksgiving, or December, join us on the Annie Frey YouTube channel right now. Get your comments in and your votes in, and we're going to get to the news of the day. There is rocket fire happening over Gaza right now. The possibility, I don't think that they've said specifically that the ground invasion has officially started, but the summation is that the rocket fire that's going in right now is to soften the target, to make the ground invasion more palatable, more, I guess, safe for the people who are going in there. So we're watching as this unfolds. But there is a lot going on over there that is going to escalate in the next, probably through this evening, because it's dark there now. So as nighttime falls, these things kind of queue up. And so we're going to watch it. If any major news breaks, we will bring it to you. But the manhunt is still happening for the man in Maine by land, air, and sea, essentially. And it's a very frightening thing to look into, because when you understand how the shooter has taken 18 lives already and the training that he has, it's just a different kind of animal. Have you paid attention, Brad? Have you followed this story? I mean, there's a difference between global news, political news, and like breaking news of this local kind.
The only thing that I pay attention to is like whenever the headline pops up from Fox News on my feed. So if the headline,
like some development,
when I get an alert, yeah, like I think last night they're like they have his house surrounded and they're saying they know he's in there, and it turns out he wasn't. But I was like, oh, here we go, and then I'll pay attention for a little bit, and then whenever they find out, it isn't what they said, then I kind of zone back out, and it's like no sense in wasting a lot of time on it until there's something to pay attention to.
Do you pay attention to it, Ryan? Are you like?
I would say,
into it?
I would say much in the same way that Brad is talking about. I'm watching closely, but I'm mostly watching headlines to see, well, what's the latest development? Because last night it did feel like, oh, this is about to come to a head. Mm-hmm. There's a standoff, and then you're really leaning in, going, what's going to happen here? They're yelling through a megaphone at the house. Listen, we're going to come in. You better come out now. And then it doesn't, and you go, okay, well, I'll back off a little bit, and then the manhunt continues. I'm looking at right now. So same kind of deal.
Well, we also know that the United States has conducted some missile strikes in Syria, and so it's a pretty very consequential news cycle.
Mm-hmm. Is it? Yes, it is.
I think one of the things that I'm taking away from the main story right now, and this shooter, his last name's Card. What's the first name? I can't remember what it is.
Look it up.
And when I'm watching as they have these press conferences, yesterday the governor came up from Maine and took the podium and was talking, and she sounded terrible. And she had said she apologized right off the bat for her voice. She said she'd been up all night. Law enforcement, they're staying up all night. You need continuity as much as you possibly can, so that all the information you're gathering as quickly as you possibly can gather it is not it has to be handed off from one person to the next. So there has to be this sense of continuity. So these people are working day and night in order to find this individual. And I'm just looking right now at law enforcement and thinking, I'm so grateful for them. And we're not far away from that time where law enforcement was vilified, essentially for existing, to the point where Minneapolis, was it? They got rid of their law enforcement department.
Yeah.
They're going to have like community policing or community, whatever it is. It's time that we as Americans hold very dear the things that are important to us and start talking about it, which means watching bombs landing in Gaza right now and the videos I'm seeing and the assumptions. I'm one of the hardest things for me to do is to parse what I have just read and consumed on Twitter with what we know to be factually true. Allegations suggest that Hamas's headquarters are under a hospital. Have you seen that one?
I've not seen that one yet.
I have, and I don't know the veracity of that.
Right.
But it sounds like it would fit the bill.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm consuming all of this, and I was talking to our boss yesterday about this because we were just discussing the coverage of how we bring this to you on the radio and everything. And I mentioned to him, and I've said this on the air before, but I want to mention it again, that this is the type of news coverage that I cannot watch while my kids are still up. I cannot have the visuals of first-person cameras going through Gaza, first-person cameras going through a kibbutz in Israel, and showing what they're showing and saying the words that they're saying. I cannot expose my kids to that. I still get to protect them from the realities of what is taking place in those circumstances. They know that there's a war. They know that civilians are dying. I don't keep them from that, but there is a level of detail that is just not necessary for them to consume. And it is paramount that we adults in the room figure out what we need to do to make sure that they never have to understand it. What are our priorities? What are the American core values that have gotten away from us in the last 15 years? I know a lot of people like to talk about September 12th and how we came together and everything. That was an emotional response. That wasn't a cerebral response. Mm-hmm. We didn't sit down and think about things and decide, you know what would be really great is if we came together as a country and we unified, left, right, black, brown, blue, yellow, whatever we are, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, atheist, we would be so much stronger as a nation if we just came together and valued something collectively. That's not how it worked. We had a drastic emotional reaction, which in my opinion was the correct reaction. But we had a drastic emotional reaction that every day that we took a step away from the actual events of September 11th, we started thinking a little bit more and feeling a little bit less until I think we got so calloused and angry. The anger remained, but the thought process of it and trying to figure out how to solve the problem, we couldn't even agree on what the problem was that we were solving. How are you going to agree on a solution if you can't agree on what the problem is that you need to fix? Last night, very grateful for the Vitae Foundation, who allows me and invites me to MC their local events. They have one every year in St. Charles. That's always in October. And then they have one in St. Louis. It's usually at the Plaza Frontenac Hilton. And when is that one? Is that one in the springtime?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
April, maybe. I don't know. And last night's was at Bogey Hills Country Club. Beautiful location, by the way. If you're looking for a venue, check out Bogey Hills. And I got to sit down with Al Robertson of the Duck Dynasty family. He's the oldest brother. And his beautiful wife, Lisa Robertson. And I got to sit down with them and ask them questions in front of a room full of people. And we were talking about life. And we were talking about choosing life. And we were talking about abortion. And we were discussing, how faith plays a part in that. All of these important conversations that need to be had. And I mentioned this last night, and I want to mention it here too, because this brings me into what I'm experiencing in my home when the television is on and the news is on, and my kids are exposed to what is happening for real in the world. The idea of abortion. You have your thoughts probably squared away on abortion. You're vehemently pro-life. You choose life every time, and you're eager to help those who need it choose life as well. Somebody next to you is anti-abortion. You think abortion is sad. You think it is wrong. You would never want anybody in your life or attached to you to have to go through that experience, but you just don't feel as though your emotion or perspective on that really should dictate what somebody else does with their pregnancy. And then there are a few of you listening right now who actively, aggressively support the idea of abortion and think nothing of it. This audience that we have here on this show spans all of those people. And in each one of those categories, I promise you there are people who have had abortions. The way we talk about these things, if we even choose to begin with to talk about these things, sets the tone for how we articulate what our principles are to those people who are around us. That's how we show people what our values are. And if you show somebody your values as opposed to tell people your values, you are going to so incredibly much more impact their understanding of where you're coming from, where your gut is, where your heart is, where your soul is on your values. When my kids watch the news, if it's on in the family room and they walk through and they see something, the images that they see are going to sit with them for the rest of their lives in some cases. When people talk about abortion, and if you're in one of the second two categories that I talked about, when people talk about abortion and they say it's unfortunate, or they say it's part of the process of being a sexually free woman, that if you want to be able to live your life like a man does with zero consequence for your actions, abortion is a necessary part of that process. It's the equalizer, although you and I both know it's not. Have you ever thought about explaining to a child who says to you, "Mom, what's an abortion?" Have you ever thought about how you would explain that to a 7-year-old so that they could really understand what happens? A 7-year-old who still understands that concept in an immature but very innocent way. "Mommy, I used to be in your tummy." Or if they see your belly button, "Mommy, that's where I used to be connected to you." Or if they see like I have the stretch marks on my belly from carrying 4 babies. My 7-year-old probably, at the time, said to me one time, "Mommy, what do you call those? Strength marks?" And that's what I call them from now on. Strength marks. How do you explain to a child an abortion when that child understands that they were in your womb and that you gave birth to them? If you're somebody who is in that middle category and you understand that abortion is unfortunate, but there's some part of your brain that has decided, I'm going to understand this concept through these terms, not just the utter truth of what's going on, through these terms, I want you to think about explaining it to your 7-year-old child, to your 7-year-old niece or nephew, to your 7-year-old grandchild, to your 7-year-old sibling. And if you can muster your way through that and know what it'd be like to be a 7-year-old and hear that and still be okay with it, then carry on. If you can't be okay with it, I want you to just think about it for a while. And then what you have to do is you have to figure out that feeling that you have, that sadness that you have for a woman who maybe in your mind you're starting to think, gosh, I just don't really know if that is the right call, if that is, air quotes, okay to go through. You don't get to just say, all right, I'm pro-life now. I'm not going to be pro-abortion anymore, or I'm not pro-abortion. I'm going to be pro-choice. I don't want to tell people what to do, but I wouldn't encourage abortion. If you get to the part where you say, no, I'm going to be pro-life now, you don't just get to say that and be done with it. That's not where it ends. It's actually where the whole thing begins. You got to identify these problems and use your own feet and your own hands and your own heart and your own wallet and your own time to go find one person and help that person. When you see war happening overseas and it breaks your heart, you cannot turn it off, because you turning it off your television does not stop it from happening. You have to go find one person in one place that you can help make their day better, somebody who is in need. Maybe it's not a child in Israel. Maybe it's not a child in Gaza. Maybe it's a child in your neighborhood. Maybe it's a child who's going to the food bank near you. Maybe it's a child who needs to be clothed. Maybe it's a child who needs a coat. You can help that person. Because in our culture right now, you have been strongly encouraged to care about the one person who looks at you in the mirror. And it is the most unfulfilling way to go about life. It will leave you starving at the end of every day. It will leave you empty. It will leave you broken. And you will wake up the next day angry about the day before, looking in the mirror throughout the day that is to come, and even emptier and hungrier at the end of the day because you didn't give of yourself. We are not going to get through these tough times, a political year, war that's breaking out on multiple fronts in the Middle East that we pray to God on our knees does not come to our homeland. We are not going to get through all of this if we don't start helping other people. You cannot solve the problems of the world, but you could solve a problem for one person today. One person. Who is that person? Go find them. They're out there, and they're waiting for you. We have to look at the people in our lives who are the helpers and be a part of the solution. We have to be the helpers. Isn't that what Mr. Rogers said?
Look for the helpers.
Look for the helpers. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got Ryan and Brad in here. I'm going to ask them what they've been thinking about the news cycle, how it's making them feel, how they are getting through covering this news cycle and staying abridged of it. And we're going to watch for your comments, too, on the Annie Frey YouTube channel. And I got a package here that I'm going to open here on the break because I think I know what it is, but I'm going to open it up and see what it is. Because I'm holding in my hand something that is from the helpers. So we'll share that with you when we come back as well. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Follow Annie on Twitter @Annie Frey Show.
Your business is not running at 100% efficiency. Nobody's does. So what do you need help with to fill in the gaps? Networking, marketing, social media, maybe secure some funding for expansion. Whatever it is, you're going to find it at the St. Louis Business Expo and Growth Conference, the largest B2B event in Missouri. Block off November 8th on your calendar and be at the St. Charles Convention Center for free seminars, vendors, and the largest speed networking event in town. Admission is free, but you got to RSVP at stlexpo.com. stlexpo.com.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
I'm Brian Westbrook with Coalition Life. Over the past decade, Coalition Life has served thousands of women in crisis pregnancies, helping to save the lives of the children that they carry. Help us build a better community while also reducing or completely eliminating your Missouri taxes with a 70% tax credit. A $1,000 donation today to help these women could cost you as little as $141 out of pocket. Learn more at coalitionlife.com, coalitionlife.com. Thank you.
Your home has made you equity rich on paper, and you're planning on using that cash to retire, travel, or just downsize into a new place that's paid off. Good for you. But the longer you wait, the greater chance higher interest rates could chip away at your home's value. While your home value is still high, the time to act is now with TrueHold. TrueHold buys your home now, and you can stay in your home for as long as you want. TrueHold buys your home for its best current value, and you bank the cash. Cash to do whatever you like, while TrueHold takes care of property taxes, insurance, and upkeep. Don't miss this opportunity to cash in on your equity and stay in your home as long as you'd like as a renter. Visit TrueHold.com and discover how much TrueHold will buy your home for today based on its best current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without having to move. That's TrueHold.com.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
97.1 FM Talk. You're here. You're here. Not because of a label, but because conservative ideas actually work. St. Louis's home for conservative talk. This is 97.1 FM Talk. This is the Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
Thinks Rob is cute. Coach thinks college athletes are making too much bank. Kim thinks COVID was a Chinese prank. But he thinks everything I sing sucks cause it don't sound like Hank. Oh baby, I think beer goes good with a lake and a lake. Goes good with a dock and a dock. Goes good with a fish on a hook and a hook. Goes good with a country song. And the song goes good with a smile. And the smile goes good with a kiss. And the kiss goes good with you. And baby, you go good with me.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. I love this package that we just opened. I have two things here. I didn't know the other one had been opened previously, and I wanted to talk about it as well. Your future's so bright, Ryan Wiggins.
Got to wear sunglasses, Annie.
In the afternoon. I don't think that's how it goes.
No, I'm pretty sure that is how it goes.
How do
Especially
you-
when the blind. It's getting really dark in here. I can tell you that.
Is there writing right here?
Yes.
Does it say Wentzville Police
Yes,
Department?
it says Wentzville Police.
I'm going to put this patch on my arm with this clip that came with it. Like that. Does that make me official? Am I in?
Yeah, with that accent it does.
I don't even know how to talk like a police officer.
Patch on my arm.
I almost tried. It would have been a mistake. I love collecting patches from police departments. I have quite a few at home. And the Wentzville Police Department just sent me this really cool package. And I also have from our friend Officer Gary a police patch from St. Jacob. Oh,
cool.
Which is
Oh,
super
yeah.
cool. And St. Jacob junior officer stickers. So let's make it official.
Yeah, I want to be a junior officer right now. Put it right on my face. Ah.
Just hit him harder.
That was an excuse to hit me in the chest.
Love
But I'm a
that.
junior officer now.
You are a junior officer.
Yeah. My kids are going to be so
Do you want me to
jealous.
deputize you, Brad?
Are you gonna hit me as hard as you hit Ryan?
I can just hand this to you. You can do it
that
yourself.
works for me.
I thought the way that you got deputized was you knelt down and they put a sword on each shoulder.
I would
Knighted.
give me
No?
a sword.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
do that to you.
Yes, I know you would.
Ryan, come out there with a less ear.
Yeah, and two cut shoulders. She'd whack it down real hard.
So I'm going to put my St. Jacob patch and my Wentzville Police Department patch along with my collection. So if there are any police departments that are listening right now, we got a Fairview Heights one when we were at Midwest Wing Fest. That was very cool. I adore that so many police officers listen to the show.
Yeah, that's great.
We hear it.
Yes, we do, and we love it.
And I'm counting on it.
Yeah, she's counting patches now.
Yes, I am. I just think whenever I talk to police officers that listen to the show, they seem to be really grateful. They are, I'm always like, calm down a little bit about how grateful they are that we talk positively about law enforcement. And while I appreciate how much they appreciate it, it makes me really sad that it stands out so much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Because I think we, I don't want to say we're the only, but it's really important to remember that police officers are human beings.
They're people. Yes,
they're not perfect. And that's what happens right now. I'd say mainstream philosophy is that victims need to be treated as individuals, but the police don't. And it's like, you got to remember, police officers are people. These are people who are trying very hard, for the most part, to do what's right, and they're not going to get it right 100% of the time. You know why? Because they're people. But they're trying. That's the point.
You know, on the other side of that is, too, these are people who, when they kiss their spouse goodbye in the morning, when they head off to work, or whenever it is they go off to work, they are understanding that that might be the last time they get to kiss their spouse goodbye, that they may not come home. It's a higher chance in that than what I do coming to the radio station to produce a radio show.
Unless there's a sword.
Unless
you're getting knighted that day.
Yeah. Yeah. By Annie, who has no idea how to hold a sword. Well, let it be known and let it be said and repeated over and over again how much we appreciate those who serve. I think is there First Responder Day? Is it tomorrow? I think tomorrow's like a National First Responder Day.
Well, I'm going to look that up now.
In radio, like the pros, you know what the pros do in radio? You just talk a little bit while you're Googling it, and then you follow up the end of your point with how it is First Responders Day or something tomorrow, and then you act like you just knew it.
Yeah. One of the things that I have just become aware of just recently is that October 28th is National First Responders Day. You know what today is? It's 27th.
Yeah. I told you
that would be tomorrow.
See, I did know.
So you did know, and I am making people aware of it now with the sound of my voice and these words. I am a professional.
It needs a little work. Oh, it needs a little work. I was talking in the first segment about the coverage and I am dwelling. Yes, I'm dwelling on this idea of how upside down American principles and priorities are right now. I had a man come up to me. There was a, dare I say, VIP, which is a phrase I don't ever want to say.
A VIP came up to you?
If you know, you know.
Did he have a badge? I mean, like a sash?
He came up to me last night. I think his name is Tom, and he was telling me how much he appreciated my passion lately. He says, I can really hear it in your voice. He says, your energy is important. And I said, I really am grateful that you said that way, because I get messages from people every day about things they love that I say, things that they hate that I say, or I should have said it this way, or I didn't say that. I neglect, there's a lot of that. And we've had people specifically, I think it was yesterday, specifically say, Annie's been really negative lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear that. I read that. I think about it. I assess it. I take the criticism. And I think to myself, am I being overly negative? My knee-jerk reaction to that is, have you paid attention to the news? You want me to come on here and blow puppies and sunshine your way? Because I don't think I can do that. The man last night said that he was very grateful for my passion and my energy. And he said, I can tell that you really care. And I was very grateful for that, because I've been questioning how I approach these things. But I don't really know how else to approach what's going on in the world right now as a mom. And as, somebody who has to work downtown St. Louis every day and be away from my family on the other side of a river, and hope that when I come home that the world's still in one piece. Brad, when you're watching the news the way we have to, or required to watch the news, and then we're supposed to come on here and talk to people about it for 3 hours, like, what's your assessment and your emotional state?
It's heavy. I mean, I'm generally an upbeat person. Surprise, surprise. I'm really an upbeat person, but as of late, people have been coming up and asking me, like, hey, how's the radio business? And I'm like, it's heavy. They're like, oh, really? What's up with that? And it's like, well, you've got wars going on across the country, military installations being attacked by Iran. You've got unrest at home. Like at that time, we didn't have a Speaker of the House. We have a Speaker of the House right now, which is great. But it just seemed like whatever the situation was, there was always something there just kind of weighing on you heavily, dragging you down. And I haven't been I've been kind of grumpy lately, I think is the way I would describe it. And I think it has a lot to do with the news cycle.
It doesn't stop. I mean, there's no we get done at 3 p.m. and then seriously, we'll get off the air. You almost have to catch up when you get off the air for what broke while you were talking for 3 hours. There are certain things. I think it was yesterday or the day before I was talking to Mark Reardon in passing while he was getting ready to come in here. And I was like, gosh, I saw X, Y, and Z happen. Have you been paying attention to that? And he's like, yeah. I go, good, because it was too heavy for me to just dip into and not have the actual facts. And so, that's why, here at 97.1, we have you covered all day. I'm very proud of the lineup that I get to be a part of, this family, but it doesn't stop. There's no relief, and there's really not anything positive right now. Ryan, how do you consume it?
This is a little bit of a weird take, but it's genuine. I've felt a deep sense of gratitude in the last few weeks. When the Israeli stuff started to break, when the original October 7th massacre happened, I was in the hospital for a lung infection. And so I got to sit there and watch news. I mean, just watch MSNBC and Fox News and CNN and everything. And ever since then, I think it lines up personally for me, just, having this time away, being alone in the hospital for a weekend. I look at the world, and I look at the Middle East right now and other parts of the world too, of course. And I say, that could be us. Either I could have been born there and God decided not to make that happen, or America could be that. Either way you want to approach it, these things are not outside the realm of possibility that we would be living in this same environment. And yet we're not. We live in America right now, which is, more at civil war with itself than it's ever been, but we're still at peace. And it gives me a great sense of thankfulness that we are in that spot. And my prayer is that we can continue to be, I guess this is a broader prayer, but continue to be that light on the hill that Reagan talked about, that we could continue to come together with good shared values and share those with the rest of the world. And whatever that looks like, I mean, that can manifest in a lot of ways, but that's
sounds
where
like
my
what you're
heart's
saying
been.
is what presents itself is opportunity.
Yeah.
And if the word opportunity in and of itself is a forward-thinking mentality. You don't have opportunity in the past. The past is past. It's done. So yeah, there is opportunity here, and I think that kind of ties into what I keep trying to say, and I'm probably sucking at the way I'm saying it, but just the idea that Americans like yourself right now have the opportunity to check yourself, your priorities, and your values outside of any foreign influence. And when I say foreign, I mean other than yourself, outside of me influencing your eardrums right now. The idea that you get to say, these are the things that are valuable to me. These are the things that I will fight to the end to protect and preserve. And then we got to get to it. We got to be aggressive and active in preserving these things that are important to us. And the truth is that being born in America is the greatest blessing that a human can receive upon birth. Like, the birthright to be an American citizen is just an incredible gift. And we have to preserve it. And if we don't preserve it, there's nothing saying that there will be a hope for a new growth of this in the future in another place. So, here on the Andy Frey Show, we are definitely going to cover the news. I'm watching the news. I'm watching the news a lot upstairs in my bedroom now on my phone instead of in the living room where my kids are having to consume it. So it's kind of a different vibe for myself. And I'm sure many of you have experienced something similar. But you have to stay in tune with what's going on, which is why we're so grateful that you've chosen 97.1 as part of however you take in the news of the day. But you also have to remember, like what Ryan was saying, the blessings that we have and the value of those blessings. And you have to be willing to work to protect them. But it's okay to smile when you think about your blessings. And it's okay to laugh. And it's okay to find reasons to be happy. And that's what we're going to do on this show as well. We're going to work very hard to make sure that you are informed, but you are not exhausted when you listen to the Annie Frey Show. We're going to make that commitment to you. And like I said, when people comment on here, Annie, you're being too negative, and it's people who comment that on a daily basis, I pay attention to that. I listen to that. I reflect on that. Sometimes I think, well, you're being wrong. and I'm okay with the way I'm behaving. But I do think about it. I do take the feedback to heart. And just like I did last night when that man said that he loved my energy. Because maybe they're talking about the same things, and maybe one person appreciates what I say and the other person's looking for opportunities to argue with it. Maybe not. I had to take each criticism in stride and not be too full of myself to think that there isn't room for improvement. There's a lot of room for improvement. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, you got the B or not the B?
Yes, I do.
All prepared? You actually
Yes.
said the X's and O's today at 2 o'clock. You're pretty proud of it.
I'm really excited about this one. There's just some fun questions, and I love our guests, who I don't know if we've mentioned yet. But
Kelsey's Hope is coming in here. They had a trunk or treat at Bobby's. I think was it last night?
Yeah, it was.
And they said they had over 1,000 people show up.
Oh, really?
And they said we might have had a little to do with that.
Oh, I didn't hear that
Which
part.
I'm very
Okay.
excited about. But we're going to learn about Kelsey's Hope at 2 o'clock. It's a great, great charity that we're happy to be a part of sponsoring and giving some awareness to. And they're going to play X's and O's with us. And we're hoping Ryan did a good job. Don't embarrass the family.
Oh, don't worry. I did.
All right. We'll be right back.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Goes good with a lake and a lake. Goes good with a dock and a dock. Goes good with a fish on a hook and a hook. Goes good with a country song.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Get the Mark Reardon special 3-room Zero Res clean starting at $129. You can also get $50 off your air duct cleaning when you call 314-474-2020 or book online at ZeroResSTL.com.
It's that time of year again. Open enrollment is here, and the Poly Poly Agency is your trusted guide through the process. Navigating health insurance options can be overwhelming, but with the Poly Agency by your side, you're in expert hands. Our dedicated team is here to help you find the perfect plan for you and your family, ensuring you have the coverage you need when you need it. Your health is important, and choosing the right insurance is a crucial step in protecting it. Don't miss out. Call the Poly Agency at 636-222-2149 or visit our website at thepolyagency.com to schedule your appointment today.
Wiggins America coming up next, the be or not the be. And today's YouTube live chat poll is, when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? It's the 27th of October, people. We're having this conversation right now because you know you're about to start thinking about it. The answers are anytime you want, November, which is next week, after Thanksgiving, or December. What do you think? 4 choices. When's it okay for other? This isn't you. This is you driving around, you seeing it and going, yeah, that's okay. At what point is that happening to you? That's today's YouTube live chat poll. Let us know what you think. It's 12:45. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Searching for truth in a world of angles, positions, and outright lies. This is 97.1 FM Talk. The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
If you're lost and loaded, you're broken down, bring all of your trouble, come lay 'em down. All you sinners and the weak at heart, all you helpless on the boulevard, wherever you are now.
Wiggins!
The be or not the be.
Yeah, I love that Discord playing. Both of them at the same time. Sounds good.
Talking about the radio stuff.
Oh, I just love it, though. I love it. There it is again. Hey, coming back. Let's do some be or not the be. These are headlines that I'm going to read to you. You got to tell me whether they're real headlines, real news stories, or they are the Babylon Bee, which is a satire news website. Number 1. Mike Johnson's family and friends stunned to learn he's a congressman.
That has to be the B.
Yeah. That's the B. Speaker,
you're what now?
Where you been?
This is great.
Not just a congressman, guys. Speaker of the House.
Right? Yeah.
Congressman.
That's how they found out, though, I bet.
I hate to tell you, this was my favorite one of the week. I'm leading with that. Speaker of the House, I just assumed he worked at Best Buy or something, said Johnson's close friend, Bill Watts.
He's in the Geek Squad.
When I turned on the television today and saw him holding up the gavel on the House floor, I was totally stunned. A congressman? Are you sure? After a tumultuous several weeks, the Republican majority in the House of Representatives finally came together to unanimously elect Johnson. Quote, "We were running out of guys to nominate," said Kentucky Representative Thomas Massey. Quote, "Eventually, as a joke, somebody grabbed who we thought was just one of the IT guys in the hallway. Turns out his name is Mike Johnson. He's been serving in Congress since 2016. Blew all of our minds, really."
That's great.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Number 2. Bill Clinton calls Mike Pence's strict marital practices excessive.
Ooh. I'm going real.
I'm going to say B.
I love the split. All right, here's the story. In a candid new interview, former President Bill Clinton commented Friday on the recent revelation that former Vice President Mike Pence refuses to dine alone with women who are not his wife, saying the strict guidelines are, quote, ridiculous and excessive. Quote, "The only woman he'll spend time alone with is his wife? Come on, that's way over the top," Clinton said. Yeah, there you go. I think we powerful men should be able to get away with a little one-on-one time with a cute coworker.
Well, he did.
Without making a move. What are we, savages? Can't you exercise a little self-control, Mr. Vice President? He challenged. I love that last sentence. As if Bill Clinton would call out Mike Pence for not having enough self-control. All right, number 3.
Do you think it's weird? Do you support Mike Pence's policy? Because that's a real policy.
I do.
He won't be in a room alone with a woman.
So actually, when I was working in ministry in Christian radio, there was it was unwritten. It wasn't like you had to sign a paper, but there was an expectation that you would follow these kinds of rules when at all possible. So it's not that you had to.
I don't need to know about their rules. I want to know about you.
Well, I'm just telling you that
it?
I did agree. I liked that was in place, that it was kind of the culture, that was the norm. I appreciated it. I liked it.
Brad?
It's good for him.
I understand it.
I understand it, yeah.
I understand it in his position of power.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, I mean, it's very protective because, people sling allegations all the time.
Believe all women. # something Hillary Clinton said, which is ironic. That is not the B.
That's correct.
Anywho.
All right, number 3. Tell me whether this is the B or not the B, real or not real. Anthony Fauci to receive prestigious ethics prize for, quote, saving millions of lives.
That's bologna sausage, and I think it's real. Some mom came up to me last night and was like, I just want to thank you for my children now using the phrase bologna sausage all the time. And I go, hey, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be.
Read the headline again.
Anthony Fauci to receive prestigious ethics prize for, quote, saving millions of lives.
I think it's real.
I think it's real.
I really want to say the other words.
That is correct. It is real. This is really happening. The Inamori International Center for Ethics and Excellence at Case Western Reserve University will award Dr. Anthony Fauci with its Inamori Ethics Prize. I don't know what that is.
Sounds like bologna sausage.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? An annual honor given to international leaders, quote, whose actions and influence have greatly improved the condition of humankind. I think what I love most
I've heard enough
about this article is that the next line in it says, no, this is not a Babylon Bee article. This is really happening.
What's it from?
This is from a website called The Dossier, which was republished by a bigger news agency.
Okay.
Fauci will be on campus September 19th, 2024 to deliver a, quote, free public lecture. I love that. Oh, you don't even have to pay to get in. But
2020 felt like a free public lecture.
Yeah, thank you. But he gets paid for winning the honor, just so you know. Glad about that because that dude needs a little extra cash on the side.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Gavin Newsom visits Xi Jinping to get more ideas on how to run California.
Oh, this is tough.
It has to be the B. Is it?
Yeah, that's the B.
Okay.
California, although, truth.
I mean, in a way,
right?
He's kind of doing it because it's all about green energy,
Yeah,
wasn't
but all the Babylon Bee does is say the quiet part out loud.
This is
Sometimes that's what makes it hard.
That's what makes it hard.
California Governor Gavin Newsom went to China to meet with the head of the totalitarian.
Wait. Start over.
Okay. California Governor Gavin Newsom went to China to meet with the head of the totalitarian communist
Nailed
regime after reportedly feeling burned out with his latest efforts to oppress Californians.
Yeah, did he burn coal?
Quote, I just feel like I'm running on empty, like I have no good ideas left, Gavin reported. Said to President Xi Jinping, closing churches, masks, streets riddled with decay and filth. I feel like I've done it all. That's why I've come to sit before you.
Brian on YouTube says, hello, Annie. I'm a local pastor, and I may or may not have used the term bologna sausage in a sermon once or twice. Probably incredibly appropriate.
Ooh, I wonder, did it originate with yourself or did it originate with Annie? That's the question.
Were you quoting scripture? Because I would like to know.
What passage?
If it's in there, yeah.
Go back to the original Hebrew and tell me if it says bologna sausage.
Yeah, they're referring to an area of Italy.
I get it.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
just not funny. That's why I'm not reacting.
Right, yeah.
Okay, go on.
Study finds, it's just not funny. Thank you. Study finds, all right, there we go. That's genuine too. Study finds men will purchase literally any object described as tactical.
I'm saying that's real. And I'm saying it's not just men. but most
I'm
of
going to
them.
say it's real.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Babylon Bee, but it is real.
Wait, which is it?
It's the Babylon Bee.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still real. You can slap the word tactical on a house plant and men will just buy it, said lead researcher Dr. Marcus Sims.
Tactical mayonnaise.
Yeah.
For slipping out of sticky situations.
The lid has a Molly panel on it for mounting other hardware to it.
Just add a carabiner? Am I saying that? Carabiner? I'm a man.
Someone's not making it out.
To a can of soup, and voila! Men will be lining up to purchase tactical soup. I just so you know, I do not buy things just because they're labeled tactical.
I know. You've already told us that in the event of an EMP, your plan is just to lay down and die.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You're like, it's done.
look, water flows downhill, so I'm just going to go ahead and just lay down.
Excuse me, what does that have to do with it?
Path of least resistance, Annie.
Water flows
We're in crisis. Why is Ryan walking up that hill? I don't know. He said something about water downhill. Let him go. It's his process.
Why has he got his mouth open in that gutter? Well, path of least resistance, I guess. He's figured out which way the water goes.
I like how you go, carabiner? Like, I'm not even going to attempt to try to act like I know what I'm talking about here. And Brad is all carabiner.
Well, and I looked to him because I knew he would know.
Oh, heck yeah, he knows.
Let's get this one in. California elementary school cancels Halloween because it's not inclusive enough.
That's true.
It's true, yeah. Burton Valley Elementary released a flyer that said Halloween is a very popular holiday in the United States, but about 1/3 of the U.S. population does not celebrate it. Respecting the decision of children and families that BVE not celebrate Halloween and being aware of their decisions are essential for everyone.
Can the Republicans not just be like, the Democrats are, they suck and they're no fun. They don't like fun. Do you want to vote for fun or no fun? And how in my lifetime, at 39 years old, did those parties completely switch? Because they have.
Yes, they have.
They have completely switched.
This is the new religion. You must follow it.
Ask us anything. Go in the comments on the YouTube channel. Vote in the poll. We'll be right back.
Jules on Hampton in St. Louis Hills is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches on site. Jules on Hampton is a premier jeweler with an exquisite selection of diamonds, semi-precious stone jewelry, and vintage watches. Their expert design team can restyle your jewelry to today's contemporary style. They also do jewelry and watch repair. Need extra cash? Jules on Hampton is paying some of the highest prices on gold, silver, diamonds, semi-precious colored stones, and fine watches. Bring in your collectibles and clocks, sports memorabilia, and figurines too. Jules on Hampton, 4506 Hampton, just 3 blocks south of Chippewa. Call them at 314-752-5000. Jules on Hampton.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw with Retirement Advisor Group. Are you worried about market volatility? Are you concerned your money won't last you through retirement?
Hi, I'm Tammy Kershaw. As a family business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. I have many female clients and widows that don't fully understand their investment choices. Would you like a retirement review and a second opinion on your current retirement plan? Are you aware of all the fees that you are currently paying, and would you like to learn how you can avoid those fees? Call us now at 314-993-9494 or go online to retirementkey.com. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. Let us show you how to retire with confidence.
We've been helping retirees and pre-retirees for the past 37 years. Let our family help your family. So go online to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And did we mention it's aluminum free? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 500 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 500. LumeDeodorant.com, code 500 for an extra $5 off a Lume starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 500.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Military is expanding operations in Gaza. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
We don't know if this is the highly anticipated ground operation into the Gaza Strip.
Fox's Trey Yingst in southern Israel.
We do know the Israelis have ramped up their strikes on the northern and central part of Gaza, hammering the Strip with both artillery, their Navy, and those airstrikes. They're trying to hit some of the tunnel systems and different Hamas cells near to the border. But this is the heaviest fire we've heard and we have seen since this war began 21 days ago.
There have been reports internet service is down in Gaza. Yingst says his sources there are telling him local service appears to be down, but they're still able to get some cell service from Israeli towers. President Biden getting a briefing this morning from his national security team on developments in Israel and Gaza. The president has a new Democratic challenger, three-term Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips.
We face a crisis of cooperation, and we face a crisis of common sense.
Phillips launching his campaign in New Hampshire and filing for the state's presidential primary. He calls President Biden a good man, but says he's concerned with the president as the nominee. There's an unacceptable risk of former President Trump winning. The president's closest Democratic challenger had been Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who recently broke with the party and launched an independent campaign. The motive remains a mystery in Maine after 18 people were killed in two mass shootings Wednesday. The suspect, Army Reservist Robert Card, has had mental health issues.
Reportedly being pulled out of a training exercise at West Point back in July because of a mental health episode as well as an alcohol-related incident. And he had also, according to law enforcement, complained of hearing voices.
Fox's Nate Foy in Lewiston, where area residents are urged to shelter in place for a third day as the manhunt for Card continues. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, you're up next.
Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Still warm this afternoon, 82, but there's a cold front on the way. Showers, a rumble of thunder in the evening, turning sharply colder. We'll feel the dropping temperatures tonight quickly. 45 for the low. Saturday, periods of rain, 55. Rain Saturday night. Sunday, periods of rain, 52, but dropping into the 40s. A hard freeze on tap Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Conservatives Care is honored to support Kelsey's Hope Foundation, supporting children with cancer and their families. Annie here, 97.1 FM Talk is proud to support Kelsey's Hope. Give back at the Tree of Hope Gala on November 18th. Learn more at 971talk.com/care.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure is just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
I can see clearly now thanks to the doctors at Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, Andy Royer, and introducing Samuel Berry. You can too. Call 314-966-5000 or check out youridoc.com. That's youridoc.com.
Siding Express can totally transform the look of your home by installing Hardy Shake, board and batten, or a stone accent to make it your dream home. Siding Express is an elite preferred James Hardy contractor. Go to sidingexpress.com to schedule a free no-obligation consultation today.
This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
You guys remember the presidential election? Does that sound familiar to you?
Oh, like every 4 years or so?
Yeah, it's 375 days away.
Oh, the next one. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah. No, that's coming back to me.
Rings a bell.
We had, oh man, that's so rude. Look who's on TV.
Oh, well, that explains it.
We literally were talking with booking Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg for the show at 107.
Right now.
And it is 107 and he's on Fox News.
So that's why.
Should we listen to him? Then it's like we had him on. the show.
Yeah, just pretend you're Martha McCallum.
Put him on, see what he's saying here. Covering what's going on in Israel.
And you remember this. Above ground, if you've got night vision goggles, you use ambient light. When you go into tunnels, you're in thermals, meaning you have to see heat, which means you really don't know who your opponent is because all you're picking up is a symbol, a red symbol of heat. So it's going to be a tough fight, but I will tell you, I think you're looking at the precursor of them going in full bore probably within the next, if not 48, 72 hours, and then the fight's really going to get joined.
That is a big look ahead, a big prediction, General Kellogg. What do you believe, knowing that they're expanding their operations? That is the wording of the Israeli army tonight, that they're expanding their operations right now. What do you believe will be involved in their calculation when to move in for a full-scale invasion?
Well, I think the calculations will be sort of like, okay, have we isolated the battlefield? And you're going to see forces move along Wadi Gaza, which is like an old riverbed, to isolate that from the south to the north. And then you're going to see the major forces come in to the north of Gaza and also into Gaza City itself. And how they'll do this, Sandra, is they'll basically think of a checkerboard. they're going to isolate the city by checkerboards, and they'll go to each one of those, and they probably have fairly decent intelligence of maybe where the hostages are held or where the command and control facilities are, and they'll go block by block, building by building. It won't be one of these major assaults, tank assaults that we used to see in the past. This is an infantry specific fight. It'll be a very hard fight, but they're going to do it very systematically. You know, Gallant, their Secretary of Defense, made the comment, this isn't going to go over in a week or 2 weeks. The last time they went in 2014, even though it was all of Gaza, it lasted a little over a month. I think they're going in for keeps on this time until they totally isolate and reduce Hamas.
So that is Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg talking on Fox News right now. We were going to, what they told you after 1 o'clock he had some availability?
Yeah. And
I was going to sneeze.
Oh.
Like, don't just say yeah, say more.
Yeah, they.
He's gone. I'm good.
All right.
No, stop talking.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. We usually book Kellogg through the Americans for Prosperity Institute.
America First Policy.
America First. Okay. Well, I'm conflating things. America First Policy Institute. Let's see. I'm booking somebody else right now as we speak.
Okay.
Let's do. Okay. Congressman Bost.
Oh.
Would you like to talk to him? Should we get him in this hour?
Heck yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
He first.
I love that guy.
He's fun.
He just says what he doesn't try to frame everything. You ask him a question, he answers the question.
He's a real dude.
It's great.
I appreciate him very much. I got to notice that Americans for Prosperity, Illinois, which is why I said that because I had that on the brain, is joined by Congressman Mike Bost on Saturday to offer a limited-time gasoline discount to Motomart customers in Effingham. Congressman Bost, activists, and volunteers will connect motorists to the cause of rising costs in Illinois and nationwide. Overall, the top-down policies touted as Bidenomics have wreaked havoc on the American economy, making it harder than ever for Illinoisans to make ends meet. From gasoline to groceries, everything seems to be more expensive nowadays. So Saturday, October 20th, from 9 to 11 a.m., at the Motomart gas station in Effingham, Illinois on 3rd Street, gas is going to be $2.38 a gallon.
Well, this is a great idea.
Yeah, Ryan's going to sit down and do the math if it's worth the gasoline to go out to Effingham to save the money.
I think I just found myself in Effingham. I was driving that way anyway, and now, well, I guess I just
Ryan's
stopped by.
going out there with gas cans.
Yeah.
$2.38.
They need to do this all over the country and call them like Trump gas days or something where just one station will do it in swing states.
They have. Jason Heffley, who we partnered with to go to the border, and the Americans for Prosperity in Illinois delegation, they invited us, Brad and myself, to go down there, and I was such a great opportunity to do that. They're working with Congressman Bost to bring awareness to people. Effingham they probably got the Effingham vote.
I think so. Lock that up.
Hope that the message gets out far and wide. $2.38 gas, would that help you right now?
I can't imagine who that wouldn't help. That would help everybody. Everybody's got, after a week of cheaper gas, goes down by $1, $1.50. You got enough in your pocket to go out to eat on the weekend now, just from that.
Well, and that's if you just are thinking about the gas prices, but there's like a trickle-down effect of that. When the gas prices go down, it lowers delivery costs. Delivery costs lower the prices of goods and all that other stuff. Jacking up gas prices, eliminating American energy independence is a huge part of why inflation is so huge right now, because it just costs more to do things, to make the products, to ship the products, to stock the product. Everything that uses some sort of fuel or some sort of energy is affected by the gas prices.
Can't think that deep. I just want to go out to eat this weekend. That's all. That's as far as I can go. But you're right.
Of course
I'm booking guests.
I can see that you're doing that. I was like, is she going to say anything or not?
I'm playing Bubble Shooter.
Well, if you're doing that, then I'm going to play Bricks Ball Crusher.
Stop it.
Brad, go ahead.
No.
You would play a game called Bricks Ball Crusher.
It's fun. The more I download these things, though.
Stop, put your phone down. We can't both be on our phones.
I start to think, we're all talking about TikTok. These games are all probably from China just the same. What are they not going to use that stuff?
What is your game of choice?
Right now, I've been playing Mob Control.
How frequently do you play it?
Every evening.
For how long?
An hour. But it's while I'm doing stuff.
What, like driving?
Yeah. No, it's while I'm making dinner or running around the house doing stuff with the kids, whatever.
You're playing a game on your phone while you're running around with your kids?
Kind of. I mean, it's a way for me to mentally check out a little bit. It's like
when you're
it's like reading the newspaper.
Kids?
Yeah, it's
Nobody walks around their house doing things reading the newspaper.
Well, that used to be the old pipe of the newspaper.
Nobody reads the newspaper.
No, I'm just making an analogy between the old days and the new days and saying that is how I can check out for a little bit, kind of reset, and I'm ready to go.
Mob control?
Yeah, mob control. Just a bunch of little dudes that you shoot out of a cannon. They're people that you shoot out of a cannon.
Is it like the cheaper Angry Birds?
No, it's more like you're creating tiny armies that have to go fight other armies, and they come out of the cannon and they come out real fast.
Yeah, keep explaining it.
And if you can get enough of your army bigger than the other guy's army quick enough, then you're going to win that little battle.
Somebody's going to tune in and think we're talking about Israel.
Yeah, don't think we're talking about really, really cheap phone games.
Mm-hmm. Is that the only one you play?
Right now it is. Yeah, Brick's Ball Crusher is kind of a go-to, but it's not my forte right now.
You just want to say Ball Crusher again.
I like the game.
Brad, what do you play on your phone?
I don't.
None.
No phone games.
Do you have a phone? Do you have a game on your phone?
No.
Not a single one.
Not a single one.
So I completely believe it.
I am part of the glorious PC gaming master race.
I know, but just because you're a PC gamer doesn't mean that you don't find yourself bored in a waiting room somewhere and you're like, I will not do it. I'm better than that.
Yeah.
They're not fun.
Brad,
it's not really about fun. It's about being less bored in a waiting room.
I could do that by reading and watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, and enriching my knowledge.
You know what I just learned? Brad's that guy in a waiting room watching YouTube videos.
Uh-huh. With my earpiece in.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
See, he's better than you.
There are very few ways in which I would ever challenge Brad. I thought I had one, but I didn't. He's still better than me.
You said there are few. What would those few be?
I don't know. They come along every now and then, and I got to grab them. Oh, yeah, that's right.
He beat me in ping pong, and I'm still not over it.
Yeah, because the thing is, Brad didn't approach it humbly.
No. I'm a decent ping pong player. Ryan's better. Or at least he was that night.
Where?
Company Christmas party at the Armory.
Christmas party at the
I
Armory.
didn't go.
Yeah. No, I thought you were there, but you didn't stay as long as we did because we were going to play ping pong.
I don't think I've ever been to an Odyssey Christmas party.
You were there.
Yeah, you were there.
We walked out together. Me, you, and Hannah. Onto the parking lot.
Where was it?
At the Armory.
The Armory. That big...
I did go to that.
Yes, you did. I remember seeing you.
Because you made Ryan and I sit on the adult seesaws. And
I like how you said I made you.
Yeah.
You
we were
did.
like,
I'm
get on there for that. And you're like, no, you're not.
You're like, get on there so I can take a picture and make fun of you.
I believe that.
Yeah, and we did it. And
you're like, okay, it's good for the show.
Yeah, whatever. It'll be fun.
On my phone, I have Bubble Shooter. I'll play a game for maybe 3 or 4 days, and then I'll tell my husband, you need to download this. He's like, I don't want to download that game. And I'm like, no, you need to. You'll like it. Download the game. I don't want to download the game. Give me your phone. So I download the game for him. And I'm like, play this game. And then it's all he wants to do.
See, he knows himself.
Time.
He knows himself well enough to
Bubble
say,
Shooter, Candy Crush. Man, I played some serious Candy Crush while I was pregnant because I wouldn't sleep at all. I'd be so uncomfortable. There was one night I stayed up all night just playing Candy Crush. It was bad. Drop the Number. Have you ever played Drop the Number?
No.
I'm
Is the number hot?
You have to. It's like a math game. I'm not gonna explain on the air, but there are several versions of the game.
I don't need a math game.
Yeah, it's like. Well, I'm not gonna explain it. It just sounds stupid on the air.
It's blocks with different
numbers
on them.
Math
and you gotta match them
yeah,
up.
it's it makes me have to think, and then if I'm thinking about that, I'm not thinking about other things, which is what you said. You need like a cleanser.
Yeah.
I have a game on here called Flappy Dunk, and I don't even know what that is or why it's on my phone, which means my kids
right
did.
now.
I forewarning, it could be filthy.
I'm gonna look it up and see.
Flappy Dunk.
Oh gosh.
Maybe I learned some things. Pinochle.
That also sounds kind of dirty.
What'd you do on the weekend? Playing Pinochle with Grandma.
I was playing Flappy Dunk.
Just don't Flappy Dunk your Pinochle.
Yeah. We're on the radio.
I don't even know. Not for now. Brad, have you ever played Pinochle?
Yeah, a couple times.
Does your family play?
No.
What'd you do? Just stumble into a place and
No. There was a
fancy
family
playing pinochle here.
A family
May
friend.
I sit down?
Family friend came over and wanted to play, so
That's not a game that you just casually sit down and play.
I know. And then my parents had started playing it, and then I visited him one night, and he was over there, so we all played.
Picture
Do you see how happy he
some
is
Willy
about this?
Wonka coming in. I'm a family friend.
I
I'm
think
here
I
to
just
entertain.
dipped into some bad memories.
Yeah,
Listen,
something's wrong.
He's
Card
like,
games.
and then we all played.
It's stupid.
Have you ever played pinochle?
I don't think so.
Euchre?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything about it. I think it was only one time. And I only remember it because I'm like, Bob Euchre. That was my contribution.
Man, there are people out there listening right now who know how to play euchre. We should have an Annie Frey Show euchre tournament.
I still want to do an Annie Frey Show RBI baseball Nintendo tournament.
See, Ryan, here's how this works. When you want to do something with the show, you make it happen. If you don't make it happen, it doesn't happen. And I don't want it to happen as much as you do, so you make it happen.
I'm thinking through the logistics is what I'm thinking through. I don't want it to be a failure.
The logistics of it are going to need to be produced by all of us. And you need to start it, and you need to make it happen. You need to oversee it.
Okay,
We're
just
all
decided
really excited to
it's
work
gonna be
for
December
something
15th at Caseyville Fireman's Hall.
that you oversee. Is anybody in Caseyville listening right now?
I don't know. I hope they are.
Are you sure there's a fireman's hall there?
There's two people working in there right now, and they just lifted their
what?
heads up from the bar and looked at each other like,
What's that?
oh? Sounds fun.
Rita's over at the slot machine. Dude behind the bar is like, hey, Rita, did you hear? Was that us?
Did you schedule that?
Rita.
You know anything about an RBI baseball tournament for the NES here?
What the hell's RBI baseball?
December 15th is coming up pretty soon.
Pokemon Go. Got that on my phone.
We're going to do that at the Fireman's Hall, too. It's tough because you got to move around so much. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Brad. That was great.
Nothing left to see here. Wait a second. The last page says, words with friends and wordscapes and Yahtzees. My dad on wordscapes, you know what wordscapes is? My dad's on level like 50,000, and I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I actually might be underselling it. Wordscapes?
Yeah, I think I've seen the ads for it.
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to see how good you are at this.
Okay.
I bet you're not as good as Chuck.
Oh, gosh, he's on level 50,000.
We'll be
I'm
right
starting now.
Give us your Ask Us Anything questions in the chat. We'll be right back.
I said I was the cops and your husband's in jail. The state looks down on
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Nobody likes you when you're 23. And I still wanna use my prank phone calls. What the hell is call ID? My friends say I should have my age. What's my age again? What's my age again?
If you're looking to purchase a home, make sure Stewie is in your phone there. You can call him, you can text him, and you can ask him about how he can help you get the best deal on your mortgage with a bagel loan. You can call him or text him at 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. The bagel loan is the mortgage that you're going to get. You're going to take the mortgage out, but when you go through the process, you're not going to pay anything in closing costs. Those don't exist. They're not there. They don't get rolled in. He doesn't tuck them away for later. No closing costs. You want to save potentially thousands of dollars? Well, you need to talk to Stewie, and you need to ask him about a bagel loan. 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440. He can close in less than 2 weeks. That's fantastic. He can make it so that once you're pre-approved, you can generate your own pre-approval letters on his website without having to go through a middleman, which gives you more power in the process of making good, strong, solid offers. If you want the very best in the business of mortgage lending, talk to my friend Stewie. I myself am a 2-time customer of his. I trust him. I trust him with you. When you reach out to him, tell him Annie sent you. You can Google the bagel loan, NMLS number 226715.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
St. Louis physician Dr. Abicki created Neovitin 15 years ago to help support his own nutrition when he needed it most. Since then, Neovitin has helped thousands of people support their daily nutrition with sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and Dr. Abicki's proprietary blend. If you're ready to join many St. Louisans in supporting their nutrition, give Neovitin a try. You can find Neovitin at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitin.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to experience something paranormal, supernatural, or unexplainable? Join host Jack Wagner on the podcast Otherworld as he explores spine-chilling real stories shared by everyday people who have experienced something unexplainable. Listen each week for first-person testimony from people who have come face-to-face with something that can't just be explained away. Listen and follow Otherworld, an Odyssey podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Save $50 to $1,725 and carrier cool cash rebates on qualifying new high-efficiency furnace or HVAC system. For details and to get in your comfort zone, visit aircomfortservice.com.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Congresswoman Ann Wagner.
Speaker Mike Johnson had unanimous support on the floor out of the entire Republican conference, which I didn't think anybody could get.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
When you flick your hair like you don't care and you ask me where I'm from.
That game that you're running, baby, you've already won.
I need to know what you need, what you like.
'Cause I'm gonna be it tonight.
You could be cool.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. I reached out to my sources, and Dad isn't on 50,000. He's on level 15,713 of Wordscapes.
You just misheard.
Can you imagine playing that many levels of a game? What are you on your ball crusher? How many balls have you crushed?
I just passed 2,000.
That's high.
I know. I've crushed a ton of balls. Actually, it's actually bricks that you crush, to be more specific.
Why?
Because you use the balls to crush the bricks. You shoot the balls, and they hit the bricks, and they crush them. You're not breaking anybody's balls.
Yes, I am. Rick says, Annie Frey gonna have to take my hat off to your dad. If he's at 50,000 in Wordscapes, I'm only on 11,500 something because I listened to the Annie Frey Show. Well, you're a little closer into the realm of where my dad is on Wordscapes. 15,713, but probably by now 714.
And this will just give him renewed energy to keep going.
Yeah,
so now by this weekend, he'll be at 20,000.
He's told me before that they do repeat puzzles. I'm like, of course they do. You've used all the words. There are no words left. There are no combinations of letters left. So now he's just super fast at it. Anywho.
Stupid bricks ball crusher. Now they add in all these dumb bricks that have ivy.
Ryan, we'll talk about it off the air. We'll talk about it off the air.
And they just grow again.
We'll talk about it off the air.
Come on.
This is the most passion you've had all day on the show.
Yeah.
About something.
Stupid ivy bricks.
Ask us anything. Are you ready?
You have to ask me nicely. Don't make me beg here.
Ask me anything.
Tell me the truth! All right, let's start with the first one from Dash. Hi, Leah. How's your day going? Ready for the weekend?
This one is aimed at Leah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think he had me on at first.
Yeah.
Can't you turn your own microphone on over there?
It was, but I didn't know if I was potted up.
I got you. How's your day going?
Awesome.
Did you have fun at the Vita event last night?
I did.
With the Duck Dynasty folks? That was fun.
Yeah.
How is your day going was the question. Ready for the weekend was just a statement.
It's like a command.
Yeah, period.
All right, let's start with going with the theme of the segment so far. Balls has a question. Who would be the best and who would be the worst cop out of the four of you, and why? Ryan, you go first. Who'd be the best cop out of the four of us, and who would be the worst?
Brad would be an excellent cop because he would approach it with both compassion and force. He would.
The police officers listening right now in their cars just went, huh?
Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? He would approach every issue as if he were going to help solve it, but he wouldn't back down from it. And I think that's both those things are important.
So he'd be the best.
I'm going to say he'd be the best, yeah.
Okay. Why not Leah?
Why not Annie?
No, we'll get there.
This is all. You see how this happens, Leah?
Okay.
See, I have nothing against you being a cop, but since I chose Brad, now I'm evil and you hate me. And I'm going to say that
no, you're evil and you hate her is what it implied.
That's correct. Why not Leah? I just think she's probably more of a rookie cop, whereas Brad would have stepped in and been like, you know what, I've been on the job, I've been on this beat for 30 years now. Leah's in her 20s, so she'd be like, hey, why don't you teach me the ropes, Mr. Range?
Many of the cops, officer range.
Sergeant
range.
Sergeant range, yeah.
Who would be the worst?
I'd be you.
Why?
Because I think that you'd be the worst at it.
No reason? You just wanted me to be the worst?
Yeah, I think you'd be the worst. Because I've already decided in this that I would be the most average cop. So you would have to be the worst. Because I would come in just kind of like the median cop.
And there's no reason why you think I'd be the worst cop?
No, not really. We just had to rank them, and Brad came in the highest.
And this just is what felt most natural.
And it just kind of happened this way. Yeah.
Brad, who would be the best cop amongst us, and who would be the worst?
Oh man, this one's hard. Can I start with worst?
Sure.
I think Ryan would be the worst. And the
I'd
reason
be the most average.
I think the reason Ryan would be the worst is because of how unaware he is of just what's going on. So
I would agree with that.
I think that there's an aspect of being a really good police officer that means that you are paying attention to a lot of things all in a short amount of time. You'll be able to process a lot of things, which is one of the skills that I think would make you a good police officer, Annie. I think that ability and that attention to detail would be really good. But I also think that maybe you're a little too in your feels sometimes. And
it's calling me an emotional woman.
Not an emotional woman, just emotional sometimes. That might keep you out of it. And I think that you are very much a protector. And
not an emotional woman, but emotional for a woman.
Yeah, like on the spectrum of women, I'm highly emotional.
Right.
Thanks, Ryan.
So I don't know that I could say you would be the best, but you've got a lot of qualities that would make you a good police officer. I don't know about Leah because I've never seen her in any situation that
Never
I've
seen her arrest anybody.
Yeah. So
here, you want a patch?
Pick them up and throw them.
I can put you in the Wentzville department with this patch and this chip clip right here.
I think she'd be really good at arresting people because I think she wouldn't take any crap off of anybody.
Yeah.
So I think she would have that part of it down. I just don't know what you would be like as far as the de-escalation side of it. Are you a de-escalator or an escalator in situations?
Ryan, what he means by that
Why are you staring at me?
Calming people down as opposed to ramping them up. Not like
I think he's right though. That
not
I
like
would,
the moving stairs.
Right.
Anyway,
I would be a bad cop for that reason because my first instinct would be to approach a car that I pulled over speeding and be like, okay, well, somebody's in a pretty big hurry today, huh? You know, like use it as a bit.
and they feel bad, so they nervously laugh at you.
Yeah. Hey, what you got in the trunk there? No matter what, you know, even if it's a grandma.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think I've taken a long path to saying I think I would be the best cop out of the group of us.
Leah, what do you think?
I agree. I would put him first, me second. I would put you third just because I like you.
Thank you.
And I
See, what the heck? I'd put you third because I like you? I'm going to put you almost last, but I'm going to compliment you.
What is said has been left unsaid.
Man,
this is amazing.
Man, Leah, that was pro move right there.
That was great.
Yeah.
She's one of us.
I'm going to put you last because I like you too much.
She's not last. You are.
I know what I'm saying. Jeez.
You did put me last just because you thought it would be cool to do so.
Well, I had just ranked everybody else, and I hadn't thought of you.
He put you last because he likes to subvert expectations.
Yeah.
Indifference is worse than hatred.
That's right.
I'm going to say Leah's going to be the best cop because I think she could handle her business, and I think that she's a good detective and would be able to do that. And Ryan, you are undoubtedly the worst possible option in this room to be a police officer.
Oh, hey there, Mr. Leadfoot. Somebody's smoking their tires.
That's, sir, not what I'm smoking.
There's smoke rolling out of the car.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, you guys get McDonald's?
Don wants to know, what's your favorite family tradition during the holidays? This goes along with our YouTube live chat poll, which you need to go vote in. When is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime you want, November, after Thanksgiving, or December. Favorite holiday traditions with your families? Anybody?
My favorite family tradition, and we haven't done it in years, was whenever we would all get together at my grandparents' house, and that one side of the family would get together, we'd have a big Christmas party. That was my favorite family tradition, but I'm really excited this year because we're actually going to try to do it again with that side of the family. So it's been like a 10-year hiatus, and I'm super excited about it.
Leah, any big family traditions or little traditions that are special to you?
We used to during Christmas, but we don't really do it as much. But we used to, and it was a running joke. As a family, because not a lot of restaurants are open on Christmas, so we would go to a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and make the funny fa-ra-ra joke from the Christmas Story.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh.
But I get it.
Yeah, welcome to our world. Every reference to A Christmas Story is just lost on Annie.
Did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
I watched the Christmas Vacation last year because you people all bullied me into it, and I was glad I did.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Great movie.
Traditions?
Every year after Thanksgiving, we have a fake evergreen that we put up in our living room. We decorate it. Then on Christmas morning, we put gifts that we've wrapped up in wrapping paper under it.
Is this a joke? No,
we really do this.
My favorite traditions are probably eating family meals together in a big way. My husband and I try to do Sunday brunches now to get the family together. It's the same kind of vibe, but with less of the holiday pomp and circumstance. But doing the turkey or the ham or whatever it is something my grandma always did, and I can think of one holiday in all of the holidays between Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas that we didn't go to my grandma's house and squish around a table and have a kid's table and all of that. And so my husband and I have kind of picked up the reins, and it just makes me think of my grandma and makes me feel like I'm continuing on something to my kids that I remember strongly from when I was a child. So I think those family meals are the key family tradition for me. You guys have a question you want to ask here, or are you just letting me run through the
letting you run through it.
RSG says it's going to get cold this weekend. What's the best slow cooker recipe? What is your favorite thing to put in a crock pot or a slow cooker? Chili.
I was going to say, does chili count? Because that's about the only thing I like in a slow cooker.
The longer it sits and cooks in the slow cooker, the better.
Yeah, chili's way up there, although I really love roast and root vegetables in a slow cooker. Yeah.
Jared just made Italian beef this past week, and he's really good at doing that, but a roast is very yummy too. What about you? Slow cooker?
I don't know how to cook anything, so any recipe, food questions, nope.
You take that slow cooker, you just put it in the microwave.
Yep, microwave my food.
Would you go on a ride along with a police or sheriff's department? I would. Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yep. Yep. The answer is yes across the board. 4 yeses to that one.
I will support Ryan going on a ride along if he wears
so much
a
fun.
body cam.
Only if I can do my voice.
Yeah.
I can walk up to speeders.
You don't get to arrest people.
I don't?
No,
Oh,
you get to
I
ride
changed my vote.
along. It stops. You ride.
Okay.
And they could probably cuff you to the car.
I've got GoPro mounts that we could put on his head or on his chest that we could make that a lot of fun.
Mountains or beach? Jackie wants to know. Leah?
Beach.
Ryan?
We've done both in the last couple of years, and I'm going to have to go mountains.
I'm beach.
Beach, beach, beach. I don't want to go in the water, though. Do y'all go in the water? Go in the ocean?
Yeah, I
Or
don't love
golf
the
or whatever.
ocean, but
I have no desire.
my kids love playing on the beach. So
It depends on how blue the water is, but yeah.
The water over my feet, walking along the beach, fine. But like swimming in it, no.
yeah.
No.
What if it's a lake? Does that change it?
No.
It's like a huge lake, feels like an ocean.
I told you my story about the last time I skied.
I don't think so.
I've never been able to ski, but I haven't tried a whole lot. And the last time I tried to ski, we were at Lake Ouachita, I think, maybe in Arkansas, Little Rock, and we were behind my father-in-law's boat, and I'm back there, skis up, ready to go, holding on to the whatever the thing is, handle, and something slithers
no.
all the way up my leg, and I'm like, go! And I just went up and over, and I'm like holding on to the thing, dragging away from whatever the heck that thing was. And I was like, I am done in that water for good. Like, it might have been a catfish, but it was at one point touching the bottom of my leg up to like mid-thigh.
gosh.
And it was slimy, and there are lots of things that could have been, and I will never know what it was, and I will never get back in the water like that to have that experience again.
I want to make fun of you, but I would have done the exact same
Oh my
thing.
gosh, no! It was horrid. It was terrible.
It was
Beach.
probably a spider fish.
I hate you. Let's go to a break. It felt like all of its legs were just
All eight of
sliding
them.
right up my right leg. I can in my mind right now, I can feel that cold, slimy sensation just going right up my leg. Oh gosh. They're like yelling at me, "Let go!"
If
And
it
I'm
latches
like,
on
"You
hard enough, it
keep
just becomes a
driving."
part of you.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope. Never learned how to ski. Wish I could have, especially in that case, because I wouldn't have just been dragging behind the boat. I would have been skiing away. It didn't happen that way. It was bad.
It's probably one of those things that latches onto your spinal cord and takes over your brain.
Time to go to break. Bye, Ryan.
I'm gonna be it tonight. You can be cool. You can be shy.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
GatewayDRS.com. That's GatewayDoctors.com. Your appointment with a Gateway ENT is just a phone call away, or you can visit their website to learn more about this private practice ear, nose, and throat group that is very, very, very patient-centric. Give them a call at 314-843-3828. That's 314-843-3828. Going to Gateway ENT and seeing one of the doctors there is an incredibly cost-effective way when it comes to seeing an ENT because of their private practice system. They don't have to work within a hospital system, a big hospital system that ends up costing you way more at the end of your services because of the system they're in. When they're in private practice, they can center all of your care around what's best for you, your ENT needs, but also those financial obligations as well. Nearly every family or person will need to utilize an ENT practice throughout the course of your life, so know the best ENTs in St. Louis. They're at Gateway ENT. Schedule an appointment. You can get in quickly at 314-843-3828, 314-843-3828, online at gatewaydrs.com.
Mark Cox here. Before you sell your home, you should know the facts. What's your home's true value? Which realtor will get you the most money? And as a seller, is the market still in your favor? I spent some time with my friend Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Here's what she told me. The market is still in the seller's favor. However, these next few months before the holidays represent the last prime time to sell your home. Gloria said everyone knows you can't time the real estate market. However, you can sell your home in the months that are statistically the most profitable to sell real estate. For the past 20 years, Gloria's been successfully selling homes in our area. How's she been so successful? She already has the buyers, which allows her to guarantee to sell your home at your pre-agreed upon price and time frame, or she'll buy it. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. If you like to work with a local company that gives back to the community, Window World is the preferred window of your St. Louis Blues. Mark Cox here from my friends out at Window World. What a great product. A lifetime warranty. It covers all the parts, the glass breakage, the labor. You've heard me say that before. And they've been around for over 20 years. They have improved the look and the efficiency of over 70,000 homes in the greater St. Louis area. They have the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. That's hard to get, right? And that's important. They're ranked number one in the number of windows sold in the country by Qualified Remodeler magazine. Call them for a free estimate. Let them show you why they say simply the best for less. New doors, new windows. With Window World, they're now offering 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. 314-993-1800. That's 314-993-1800, or you can go online anytime to windowworld.com.
I'm Eric Robert with Stifel. The economy is always changing, but what does it mean for your investments? Join me and fellow Stifel financial advisor Bob Stockdale during On the Money, Saturday mornings from 11 until noon on 97.1 FM Talk. Stifel, member NYSE and SIPC.
Today's Annie Frey Show YouTube live chat poll is, when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? So when you see them, are you thinking that's too early? Is it anytime you want, November, after Thanksgiving, or December? Let us know what you think in the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll, and then leave a comment, of course. 1:44 right now. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Fact-checking the fact-checkers daily. St. Louis's home for conservative talk. 97.1 FM Talk.
Take a seat. Right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
I know we meant all good intentions. So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Oh, baby. Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. I'm currently trying to find a new groomer for my dog, and she's an Australian Shepherd. And when you have a specific kind of dog, you need to cut them the way the breed is supposed to be cut. My dog has some hair.
Yeah, she's a lovely dog.
Yes.
I love Rosie.
Rosie is fantastic. Brad is Rosie's guardian when we go out of town for the most part. And she just has this big, heavy shepherd coat, and we need to have it trimmed up. And the people who we used to take it to were just looking for something else. So if you know anybody, it's got to be on the Illinois side. I'm not taking Rosie to Missouri to get her haircut. Sorry. But if you know anybody on the Illinois side in the Madison County area, give me recommendations. This weekend, I am going to find a pest control company. And many of you, I got your messages about pest control people. We have a lot of pest control people who listen to the show. Very excited about that. When we came home from Peoria a couple weekends ago, I told the story about those wolf spiders that we found in our basement. We found like 2 big wolf spiders in the span of 5 minutes. I can't even begin to think of how many that means that were down there. So we immediately vacated and bombed the house, which is like the benefit of that, I think, lasts days. But it makes me feel good inside. Mm-hmm. I'm actually getting itchy thinking about it. So pest control this weekend, but I also need to know a place I'd take my dog that does a great job with, specifically Australian Shepherds, because that's what she is. I have a story here. These are fun, and I enjoy doing these. I hope you guys do as well. But I thought this might be good for the people in the room. The art of subtle charm. 10 habits that make people irresistibly attracted to you.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm ready for this.
Written by Ryan Wiggins.
Well, should be. I mean, maybe I could give some extra pointers.
I think so. You could definitely contribute and also tell us if you agree, disagree, or if these are things you already do. I'd be curious, Ryan, how these apply to you. The art of subtle charm. This is on experteditor.com. I think it's from out of Australia. They're charming people, I think. 10 habits that make people irresistibly attracted to you. Now, Ryan, I need you to look into the camera. And I need you to show us what it means to smile with your eyes. You look angry. Leah, you confirming? Is that what? Got like laser beams coming out of those.
I want them
eye
to know
sockets.
that I notice them, because that's the key to it. They don't say this in the article, but what you need to do with that particular tip is make sure that the person knows that it's you they're looking at. Because if they think for a second, oh, he's looking at somebody behind me, you've lost it.
Firstly, if you want to charm people, learning how to smile genuinely is the best starting point. Experts say that smiling with your eyes is something every person recognizes as the most genuine type of smile. Think about when you pass someone on the street. If they glare at you or glance your way with a vacant gaze, how likely are you to remember them?
See?
Or think they seem nice? Probably not very likely, I'd imagine. But what if they walked past and beamed at you with a smile that lit up their eyes? You'd remember them, right? You'd probably be a bit drawn to them, too.
Mm-hmm.
You should go out on the street and try that on people.
Well, I can tell you that even if a girl walks past me and even has a vacant gaze, I just assume that she likes me. See that vacant gaze over there? Yeah, she's into me.
Are they referring to you as a vacant gaze?
No, I'm referring to them. You see that girl over there who's
see that
on her
vacant
phone
gaze over
talking
there?
to her boyfriend?
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
she's into me.
Make eye contact when someone is talking.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine you're talking in a crowd. Everyone starts averting their gaze and looking at something else. Some people even start their own conversations, but there's one person who holds your gaze. They keep looking at you, nodding their head and smiling, encouraging you to keep talking because they're listening. Stop it. I'm trying to do well.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Everybody in the crowd's not paying attention to you. One guy is locked in.
And you're like, I wish that guy'd stop looking
Oh, man,
at me.
that guy's really into me.
It's nice, right? I love these people. They make people feel special. Eye contact. Eye contact is lost on the culture that is used to cell phones, having their phones. So I do think eye contact makes a difference. Isn't there a place where there's too much eye contact, though?
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
If
When
you're
you-
looking at the camera right now, that place is right here.
Smile with your eyes. Oh, God.
I'm smiling with my whole face.
I don't like it. Undo it. Number 3, compliment others often.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Compliments make people feel good. It's scientifically proven. When I think back to people I knew in college and different careers, I always remember someone is nice if they complimented me often.
I think this is a great list that you've chosen today. I think it reflects well on you.
Do you compliment people often?
Nah.
Do you compliment people?
No, but when I say it, I mean it. Just like that one I just said.
He's like, so if you get one.
No, it's bologna sausage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get one.
Important.
Brad compliments people.
I do.
Makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, he just is nice. He's really nice. Ryan, do you actually give compliments to people? Like, how frequently would you say you actually compliment people?
If I'm answering honestly, I think fairly frequently. I try to tell people when they've done a good job. I don't know if I do it with you guys as much because it feels like...
Because we suck?
Yeah, like you guys just are kind of a notch below, you know? So it's harder.
That's why it means so much to us when you say
When I do
genuinely
say
nice
something,
things to us.
yeah. You know what? That thing that you did today was okay.
I think that I will try to compliment people. It's not, I am a very much so like, I should have high expectations for myself. I want the people around me to have high expectations for themselves. And if you meet those expectations, my mind says that's just what you should do. Like it shouldn't be talked about. But I know that that's very much so not the way most people function. So I try to tell people if they do something well to make sure that I say that like in the moment, like that was a good job. You did a good job. Leah's doing so many things for the show in the background. She's picked up and I mean, it's been fantastic. You've done such a good job of being able to just get in there. I asked Brad one time something like, is there a lot that you're having to like hold Leah's hand? And he's just like, no, she pretty much just showed up and started doing the work, which is fantastic. So it's good that we tell you that. But I'm also in the same time going, well, wait, what if we did it a little bit like this? And you're receptive to that. So I don't know if people think like, hey, good job. Is that a compliment? Or does someone have to come up to you, Ryan, and be like, you just look so fantastic today?
I don't even care about the look so much because I get that enough. It's when somebody puts their hand around my waist and is like, you know what? You are doing a great job, and I see the effort that you're putting in. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you.
Want me to text Steve? Get Steve in here.
Just make sure Leah's there when this happens.
To put his hand around your waist and walk you to the door. And say, I need your key card, Ryan.
Let me walk you over here to the dishwasher. You see that? You left a plate in the sink.
Number 4, be kind. Charming people are charming for a reason. Their biggest quality is making other people feel happy and special. And what's the best way to make others feel like that? Well, first of all, you need to be kind. No one feels drawn to someone rude, short, disagreeable, or outright impolite. When you work in a career and people, you definitely have a mood at work. And I have been in radio since 2006, and I've been in a whole bunch of different roles. I've been at different radio stations, and I can think back to my whole career, and the thing that I remember the most is the mood. And the mood is set by the people who I worked with. And I have worked with some of the most amazing people, and I cherish those relationships so much. And I've also worked with people who have been a real drag. And I know that I've helped make the mood fun to work around for people, and I know that I've also been a drag for people. So you can contribute to it, you can draw from it, but the general idea of kindness, when you're around somebody who's kind, it's just easier to exist in the same space as that person, and it does make a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
We're all honored to be in your presence, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Thank you. No, I think I'm thinking back. I think my first job, I actually kept that job because they started slashing people at one of the stations that I worked at a long time ago.
And by that you mean firing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not cutting them.
Radio's really...
Lee's a little disappointed. She goes, "Aw."
Yeah. Somebody came in with a steak knife one day, and they just started slashing people. No, I think I kept a job once just for that reason, that they said, you know what, I think actually it was because I was brand new at it and I was real cheap.
Now you're talking the radio business.
No, this wasn't even radio. This was TV.
Now that I think back,
I don't think that part.
Now I'm rethinking that. But I was told, hey, you know, you're fun to be around, so you got this job. And I really now think, you know what? It was because I was making like minimum wage. That's what it was.
It's like that award you won in high school, that inspiration award. It's like, now that I think back on it.
Be thoughtful in how you speak and act. It's not just kindness that makes you charming. Be thoughtful. Being thoughtful can go a long way in making someone attracted to your presence. The best way to be thoughtful is to remember things about someone and bring them up the next time you see them. How thoughtful in how you speak and you act are you, Ryan?
Oh, gosh, probably not very. I do like to give compliments. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know how thoughtful I am. The compliments flow like wine, but then once everybody's drunk, you know, I don't know if we're saying what we should say.
Happens faster for some than others.
Yeah.
Anything to add on that, Brad?
Yeah, I think that I try to be really thoughtful with what I say, but it's not 100% of the time, and sometimes you say somebody's emotional on air, and you don't mean to.
You're fine. I'll take it out on you later. Number 6, be generous with your time, money, and energy.
Yeah. It's tough with time, though. It's just tough with time because at the stage that you and I are both in with kids, you just don't have time.
I know, but that makes it more valuable when you do.
It's true. That's very true.
And to be on the other side of that, whenever you receive somebody, time, money, and effort, you're really thankful for it because you know how valuable yours is and how much it takes you to be able to do that sort of thing. So when somebody does that for you, that's where the attraction or the thing comes in.
Number 7, express gratitude and be appreciative. This is a practice that I have, and if I've ever said this to you as a listener, people in the room, I will tell people that I appreciate them because the thing that I crave the most is to know that I'm appreciated because I will run through a brick wall for something I believe in. I think people who listen to this show understand that. Mm-hmm. But if I do that a series of times and it doesn't feel like it's appreciated, I'm done. I'm like done.
I get that.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm angry that it's been unappreciated. So to me, I have tried to take that because I've told people like verbally to their face, I just want you to know I appreciate you. I will write that to people. And I think that it resonates. Thoughts?
Yeah. Like you were saying when you were done, and this kind
Number
of
8, avoid interrupting others. Just kidding.
Yeah, I had an instance where I was going to help somebody with their vehicle, and they became like very demanding. Like, when are you going to do this? It's like, I'm trying to work my schedule so I can come over and help you with it. And then at some point they're like, well, you said you were going to do it and you're breaking your word. And I was like, you know what?
Ouch.
You're right. I am. I'm done. You figure it out on your own. and that was it.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Number 8, avoid interrupting others.
Oh. We ruined that one.
Number 9, listen more than you speak. Listen, listen, listen. In politics, man, that is such a key part of making progress. And number 10, ask people questions about themselves. This is the key to building relationships. Talk to people about themselves. Ryan, those glasses look great on your forehead.
Oh, I forgot I was wearing them. Gosh, thank you.
X's and O's with Kelsey's Hope in a minute.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Setting the stage on Lisa Brady, Fox News. The White House says President Biden met for about an hour today with China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, despite tension with China on a number of issues.
In his view, this was a positive development and a good opportunity to keep the conversation going.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says the president's meeting follows high-level diplomacy, including meetings between Yi and the Secretary of State and National Security Advisor, all considered possible precursors to a meeting between presidents Biden and Xi. Kirby says the U.S. does not seek conflict with Iran after airstrikes in Syria on 2 sites used by Iran-backed groups to attack U.S. forces in the region.
The main goal is to disrupt that ability, also to deter and to prevent future attacks.
He says the targets of the airstrikes were storage facilities and ammunition depots. Jordan's foreign minister is claiming that Israel is launching a ground war on Gaza. The Israeli military has said it is expanding operations today, but has not confirmed a full-scale ground invasion. A manhunt continues for a 3rd day in Maine for Robert Card, the Army reservist accused of killing 18 people in 2 mass shootings Wednesday.
We know that divers are searching near the boat launch where his car was found, and a law enforcement source familiar just told me that a gun was found in his car. So they're looking into that right now. But the first priority, of course, is finding him to make sure that this man cannot hurt anybody else. They want to take him alive. Then, of course, comes the question of motive.
Fox's David Spund, Card's house was searched last night. Disney just announcing it's postponing the release of Snow White and another movie, Pixar's Elio, because of the ongoing actor strike. Union negotiators scheduled to meet today with studio chiefs after making a counteroffer. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, you're up next. Ugh, my throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Still warm this afternoon, 82, but there's a cold front on the way. Showers, a rumble of thunder in the evening, turning sharply colder. We'll feel the dropping temperatures tonight quickly. 45 for the low. Saturday, periods of rain, 55. Rain Saturday night. Sunday, periods of rain, 52, but dropping into the 40s. A hard freeze on tap Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering how long your money will last? Are you also sick of worrying about losing your life savings in the next market crash? I'm Thomas Helbig with the Retirement Advisory Group.
Hi, I'm Bob Kershaw. As a family business, we are committed to protecting your retirement, whether you're nearing retirement or already retired. Let us build your own personalized structured income plan, which will show you how much income you can receive in retirement, but more importantly, it will show you how long your money will last. Stop wondering if you have enough to retire comfortably.
Call us now at 314-993-9494 for a no-cost, no-obligation retirement review. We'll teach you the strategies you won't hear from your broker or banker. And just for coming in, you'll get a copy of our latest edition book, Your Key to a Worry-Free Retirement. We've been helping our clients retire with confidence for the past 37 years. Let us help you. So go online at retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
The first thing you're going to have to learn is that until you stop expecting our politicians or anyone else to change your life isn't going to change. The only person going to change your life is you, but you need to know how.
Want to learn how? Meet Del Wumsley's Lifestyles Unlimited team and get your map to retirement in 5 years or less. Saturday and Sunday, November 4th and 5th, Doubletree by Hilton, St. Louis. Go to GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. That's GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Limited seating, unlimited potential. Register now at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
Your home has made you equity rich on paper, and you're planning on using that cash to retire, travel, or just downsize into a new place that's paid off. Good for you. But the longer you wait, the greater chance higher interest rates could chip away at your home's value. While your home value is still high, the time to act is now with TrueHold. TrueHold buys your home now, and you can stay in your home for as long as you want. TrueHold buys your home for its best current value, and you bank the cash. Cash to do whatever you like, while TrueHold takes care of property taxes, insurance, and upkeep. Don't miss this opportunity to cash in on your equity and stay in your home as long as you'd like as a renter. Visit TrueHold.com and discover how much TrueHold will buy your home for today based on its best current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without having to move. That's TrueHold.com.
Exergen thermometers are a top choice of medical professionals at highly ranked hospitals across the U.S. Accuracy matters, so make Exergen the chosen thermometer for your home and family. Available at Walmart and other participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. Now that it's autumn, check window and door seals for proper insulation and replace your furnace air filter. When we each share our one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Big ideas, real debate, solid entertainment. It's all here on St. Louis's home for conservative talk, 97.1 FM Talk. This hour of the Annie Frey Show is brought to you by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Like, you need to take some time to get the full picture. Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Happy Friday. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday, which is one of our favorite hours here on the Annie Frey Show because, first of all, the weekend's about to start. That's the big one. And it's X's and O's time. Trisha's in here with us. Trisha's a stand-in expert.
Hello.
We've called her down
Happy
from her
Friday.
perch above. Thank you. Yes, to be an expert in here. And we've got Kelsey's Hope Foundation in to be our contestants here. And Trisha, I want to give you the opportunity to talk a little bit about Conservatives Care, what 97.1 does, because we featured Kelsey's Hope Foundation this month. Give me a quick primer on what we're doing at 97.1, and then we'll talk specifically about Kelsey's Hope.
Sure. Each month, we pick an organization in the community and we spotlight the organization. And this month, we were fortunate enough to be teamed up with Kelsey's Hope Foundation, which is a local organization, and I know that they're going to talk more about it, but I feel very fortunate. So we run promos, we do interviews, we do like live broadcasts. So it's just been a really great experience getting to really give back with the resources we have available here at the station.
Well, if you want to join us and watch us play X's and O's as we learn a little bit about Kelsey's Hope Foundation before we start, make sure you come to the Annie Frey YouTube channel. And you can also vote in today's YouTube live chat poll, which is up in the live chat portion. So we have Gail in here and we have Linda in here. Gail, welcome. It's good to have you. I'm excited to have you here.
I know, we're excited to be here.
You guys had a trunk or treat at Bobby's Frozen Custard in Maryville last night, as I understand it.
Yes, we did.
And that's what we've been promoting a lot on 97.1. How did the event go?
It went awesome. There was over 1,000 people there. I know we were the first trunk that people got to, and they were there, like started at 6, and people got to us like at 7:10.
Ooh.
So they were standing in line for a very long time.
That's amazing. Well, we're happy to have hopefully been able to contribute to that. So I want to talk to you about Kelsey's story. And, you know, anytime you see an organization that is centered around research, cancer research, a disease, there's usually a sadness that starts something that ends up reaching so many people. So, Gail, what can you tell us about Kelsey's story?
So Kelsey was my daughter. She was 15 when she was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which was a childhood cancer. Kind of rocked our world and hers. She went through treatment a year at Children's Hospital. She, just to kind of make the story short a little bit, she relapsed twice. During that time, she had graduated from high school, was engaged to be married. She got engaged at Cinderella's Castle, was planning a Disney wedding, and she was going to school to be a nurse. So when she relapsed the last time was in June 2010, and she passed away in June 2011.
Wow.
So it was a hard battle, but it was her idea to start a foundation. She wanted to give back because she was gifted so many wishes from like Make-A-Wish, Friends of Kids with Cancer. The biggest wish of all is our kids went to St. John Newman School in Maryville, and the parents and families and faculty there gave us a trip to Disney because they knew that she loved that trip so much. And that was our last trip with her. And she was, I mean, it brought her so much joy because she was on so many medicines and was hooked up to IVs. She wasn't eating. And we went to Disney thinking, what are we going to do there? And she stayed out so late. She began to eat. I mean, we took pictures, and we cherish those pictures so much because that's what we have of our last vacation with her. And it was her happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we do now is Kelsey's Hope's a wish-granting organization, and we focus on kids that have relapsed from cancer. So typically they have to have a Make-A-Wish trip before we can do anything, or Make-A-Wish won't do anything for them. So we focus on the kids that have relapsed. And then she had a great relationship with her oncologist, and so she talked to him a lot about donating to research and giving him money for research. And so that's what we started. Our first check was $15,000, and that was in 2012. And we have raised over $1,200,000 in 12 years.
Wow.
And we just granted our 127th wish, and we've awarded 48 nursing scholarships.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who can hear Kelsey's story, your heart breaks listening to that story. And for the people who are listening on the radio right now, it is imperative that you understand that you just told a very tragic story about your daughter, but you were beaming, smiling, talking about her the entire time. And when I think about the kind of impact that Kelsey's life has had on all of those people that you're listing here, it's an honor for us to be a part of it, but it just shows how much good can come from something that is tragic if you choose to do it. So I'm honored to stand next to you and to, in any small way, use the platform that we have here to take something and choose to do something good next. Since you brought it up, Disney, there's a song in Frozen 2, and Anna sings this, she says, do the next right thing. And sometimes, I think about people who go through tragedy, and you can't think long term. It's the weight of thinking long term is too big, but you can only think about what you do next. And I live on the Illinois side. I live in Madison County, and I see Kelsey's Hope stuff all over the place all the time. And I'm honored to be able to have learned more about it and to bring that story to my listeners, to the 97.1 family. I'm grateful that Trisha was able to bring you guys into the station on a broader sense, that 1,000 people came through at Bobby's Frozen Custard to be a part of this. And so I am going to ask right now, and I don't normally do this during the X's and O's part, but there's Kelsey's Hope. Let me just make sure I get this right. Kelsey'sHopeFoundation.com/donate if you want to go directly there. I shared the link on the Annie Frey YouTube channel, but I'm just asking, if you're listening right now, it's payday for us here. I'm going to make a donation myself. Donate $9.71. Can you spare less than $10 to help Kelsey's Hope Foundation? You said nursing scholarships and research and
granting wishes.
If you got $9.71 to spare, would you please consider going to Kelsey'sHopeFoundation.com/donate and doing that so that they can see the 97.1, the Annie Frey Show faithful, helping out in this cause. And as I've said before, some of us are blessed in ways that we can be more generous. So I'm going to ask you to move the decimal 1 spot, 2 spots, if you were able to do that. And if you can't give, I understand. Go make somebody smile today. And take this message that we've heard from Gail about her daughter and the life that she lived and make somebody smile. And that can be as impactful as anything. So I appreciate your story. You've brought Linda with you. Linda, how do you fit into the Kelsey's Hope story?
I help with Gail on the volunteering, just the different types of programs that she runs.
Well, we are grateful to have you both in here and to play X's and O's, which is a little bit different of a vibe than we're starting this segment with. Because in a second, and I'm trying to wait for it to feel like the appropriate time for me to hand this over to Ryan Wiggins, and I might need 15 more seconds. Are you capable over there? You feel good?
Oh, I am. I told Brad this morning when we confirmed that you guys were coming in that I was very excited because this has been a great Conservatives Care Month. We partner with great organizations every month, but I've loved hearing your story and what you guys do, and just excited to have you here. So thanks for coming in. Hopefully some people have learned a little bit more about what you guys do. And like us, I've seen the signs before, but I didn't really know exactly what you did until we were partnered with you this month. So thanks for being here.
Well, we've got a couple people who have commented on the Annie Frey YouTube channel that they've made a donation. It's very quick and easy to do. I'm going to make my donation while I hand it over to Ryan Wiggins.
Okay, so we bring in the drummer just to make things a little bit more tense.
His name is Todd.
Yeah, we've named him Todd.
Yeah.
He is, of course, fictional.
Is he?
Well,
Does he
I'm
know
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry to break the fourth wall.
No way to talk about
But that
Todd.
is just a track that we play. It's not an actual
ridiculous.
person. You know what? Strike that from the record. Can you dump that, Brad?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't want that to go out.
Todd is so offended. He's about to leave the room.
Yeah,
Is
I
he walking
apologize.
out of the room? Todd, come back!
Todd!
Todd, he didn't mean it. Okay, thanks.
good,
Just go
good.
back to where you were.
Okay. So we have the drums basically to just make things more tense than they actually are. And say everything's on the line with X's and O's here today. So you're trying to get tic-tac-toes on this board behind you. You have numbered squares 1 through 9. I know you've not played before, so who you have in front of you are 3 experts. Annie, Brad, and Trisha. I'll be hosting. And you will try to just get tic-tac-toes on this board by picking a square and then picking an expert to answer the question. You simply agree or disagree with their answer, and then you either get or don't get the square based on the answer. So, Linda, since you're just closest to me, you're going to go first.
Okay.
No, that's not. God dang it.
Oh, did you?
Ryan.
Did I-
originally agreed to, but
Ryan! We went over this ahead of time.
Okay.
about how it goes
X's,
every time.
Gail, Linda, O's. They said Gail was going to go first. And you were standing right there, and I go, Ryan's probably going to change it as soon as we go live.
You
And
know
you were
what?
like, huh, huh, huh. Do you remember that?
You've given me some things to think about in the break. But so until we get to the break, I guess we'll help just randomly we'll let Gail go first. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll think about it in the break.
Gail, so which square do you want to start with?
Unbelievable.
I will start with 6.
6. And who do you want to answer that question for you?
I will go with Trisha.
All right. Trisha, our guest expert. Okay. This week, Trisha, well, you've been paying very close attention to this. Arnold Schwarzenegger was once again making second-page political news by saying he thinks he'd make a great president. But he is hoping for a younger candidate in the 2024 race. Schwarzenegger is 76 years old. Question is, can Arnold legally run for U.S. president?
That's a really hard one to even throw.
Isn't it?
It's a yes or no.
It's a yes or no.
I know.
Can Arnold run for U.S. president legally?
I like how the option is still on the table that he could run illegally.
It feels like a trick question.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd do
I'm
that
gonna
to you.
say yes, but I really don't know. Normally, I would throw these things and then shake my head.
Okay. Yes. Do you agree?
I'm going to agree.
Oh, the answer is no.
I'm sorry, Gail.
He's from Austria,
That's
correct?
correct.
Yeah.
And the
He's not a
Constitution
natural-born
states
citizen.
that a
I thought it
president
was
must
just
be.
his age, though.
No, it's a natural
Age is
born.
actually
I
not a
thought because
factor
he had
in
held-
being the
Not.
president of the United
No,
States.
but he had
That's
held
correct.
public office, so
Yeah, it's tricky because
It
he
was
could be a governor.
tricky.
So we
Yeah.
get a
Can't be the
circle or
president.
an X? Which one is it? Who?
I'm
Circle. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
6.
man.
Okay.
Oh, let's
Next
get another
time,
one
I
here.
got you.
All
right,
right.
Linda.
Linda, your turn. Where do you want to go on this board here?
5.
5. Middle square.
In
All
the
right.
middle.
Number 5. Who is your expert?
I'm going to go with Brad.
Ooh, let's do this.
Brad. Slate recently released an article titled, quote, "Why a Democrat Governor is Likely to be Reelected in a Very Red State," which got me thinking, how many Democrat governors of red states do we have right now? So that's the question for you. Name a state that Trump won in 2020 that currently has a Democrat governor.
Ooh. Annie knows. And the reason Annie knows is because she went to a baseball tournament with that governor, Andy Bashir of Kentucky.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Is that right or wrong, though? Linda?
That sounded really convincing. I'm going to agree.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, Kentucky. There are 4. Did you know
Louisiana?
that? Louisiana's another one. Kentucky.
Is Montana?
No.
No, he's the senator. John Tester's
That's
the
right.
senator.
That's right.
Governor?
Governor.
It's one of the New England states.
Nope. That's reverse. You're thinking Republican of a Democrat.
Oh, yeah,
state.
I am. What is it? We don't have time.
The other 2 are Kansas
Oh,
and
yeah.
North Carolina right now.
Kansas, I would have gotten. I would have gotten North Carolina if I would have had time.
There
There's
we
a lot
go.
of pressure. How do you guys do this? This is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, right?
Let's do
Especially
one
with those
more.
drums.
Oh, wait a second. You want to set the table for the folks at home who can't see the board?
Yeah, I do. So we have a board.
I thought you were just going to stop there.
I really do.
Have a board.
I really do, but we don't have time.
I really do.
So right now there are 2 circles in a row. Circle's got the square of number 6 and number 5. That's the center square. So naturally,
We're
there's
going to take a break.
Then
And when
we're
we
gonna
come
stop
back,
right
we're
there.
going to find out where Gail is going to pick her square. I don't know where it's going to be. So stick around. We're playing X's and O's with Kelsey's Hope Foundation in studio. We've got donations coming in, and I want you to be a part of it. I made my donation in that segment. You can make your donation as well. It's Kelsey'sHopeFoundation.com, KELLSIES, HopeFoundation.com, $9.71. You got that to spare? I hope you do. If you got more, move the decimal and make someone's wish come true. We'll be back with X's and O's when we come back. Don't go away.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections.
You don't feel like doing anything. When you feel like your head is completely clogged, all you want to do is just lay down and sleep. And the pressure is just not fun, always walking around with a headache.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of St. Louis Sinus Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I really did not know what it was like to feel like you're really breathing and not being so clogged up. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, congestion? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with St. Louis Sinus Centers. Call 314-332-2885. 314-332-2885. That's 314-332-2885.
You've been listening to the very popular Wellness 101 for many years, Saturdays and Sundays on 97.1 FM Talk. We're happy to share that we've expanded the show to 4 times a week. Yes, 4 times every weekend. Saturday at 10 a.m., Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. It's the same great show designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you a common sense, science-based strategy for a healthy life. So join TJ and Aaron for Wellness 101. Now 4 times a week on 97.1 FM Talk.
If you're ready to step up your game in your yard, call my friends at Pro Outdoor. Mark Cox here for Pro Outdoor. You know, they used to be called Professional Irrigation Systems, but the new name reflects all they can do in your yard. Lawn care, landscape maintenance, lighting, and irrigation all in one spot at ProOutdoor.com. They could put an irrigation system in your house in one day. Call them at 636-692-4441. or ProOutdoor.com.
Explore Vladimir Putin's formative years in the new Odyssey original podcast, About a Boy, the story of Vladimir Putin. Join host Julia Yaffe, Puck founding partner and Washington correspondent, as she explores why Putin's childhood is critical to understanding the Russian president and the brutal social code by which he lives, and how that biography can help inform what he might do next in the war against Ukraine. Listen and follow About a Boy, the story of Vladimir Putin, an Odyssey original podcast. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And did we mention it's aluminum free? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 500 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 500. LUME deodorant.com, code 500 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LUME deodorant.com, code 500.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Fall is here. Make sure your furnace is ready to safely heat your home when cold weather arrives. Get in your comfort zone with the heating system check. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
With Odyssey music stations, there's a different station for every taste, and they're all free. Listen to 97.1 live on your phone or browse the selection of music stations and make a soundtrack to your workday. It's all at Odyssey.com. You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Dash on the YouTube says awesome graphics on the board, and he is right. And if you're not tuned in right now to the YouTube channel, you just don't even know. Although Leah did do a great job on the Kelsey's Hope logo. What do you guys think about that? It looks good. She drew that. It's pretty good. Or Brad. I just assumed it was Leah. Was that you?
It was Leah.
Maybe later we'll have Brad draw one. We'll just see who did it better.
Oh, boy.
Kelsey's Hope Foundation in studio with us right now. If you go to kelsey'shopefoundation.com/donate, I'm encouraging you to donate $9.71 to this really amazing foundation that we have made part of our Conservatives Care a charity for the month that we want to partner with and sponsor and do good within our community. And Kelsey's Hope Foundation is a very worthy organization that we're happy to partner with. And we have Gail and Linda in here facing off in X's and O's, and they've been smacking each other around on the break and getting real competitive. So let's get Todd back in here to get the drums going, and I'll hand it over to Ryan.
All right, so we are back into the game. We have 2 O's in a row. And Gail, I guess it's your job to try to stop that from happening.
All right. I'm going to pick 4.
Okay, 4, and who is answering for you?
I'm going to pick Annie.
Yeah.
All right, Annie. In his ongoing fight against lawfare and now gag orders, former President Trump has found an unlikely ally, the ACLU. The ACLU said yesterday, quote, no modern-day president did more damage to civil liberties and civil rights than President Trump. But if we allow his free speech rights to be abridged, we know that other unpopular voices, even ones we agree with,
This is true or
will
false?
also be silenced. The question is,
The bee or not the bee?
how much was Trump fined this time for violating his gag order? Was it over or under $5,000?
Can't even fudge that.
Right?
Yeah, you guys just kind of picked the ones that were tough,
Sorry,
right in the
Gail.
middle of the
We
board
would
there.
normally throw this whole thing for you.
I'm loving it.
We do the same for you, Linda.
What brand underwear does Donald Trump wear?
Is it pink or purple?
Obviously, it's Trump brand underwear.
Yeah, Trump brand. Duh. Over $5,000.
Over. Okay.
That's the best guess, but it is a guess.
You saying over or under? You going with Annie?
I'm going to go with Annie.
If you
over.
mess Gail up here, I'm
That
going
is
to come at your throat. Yay.
That is correct.
Good job, Gail.
Blocked you.
All right, we get an X and
Everybody
square
looked at me
four.
like, Ryan. And I said, okay, well, yeah, you got that one right
It's
no
not,
matter what.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's not even the right answer.
All right, Linda, back to you.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Top right.
And who is answering this question for you?
I'm going to go back to Brad.
All right, let's do this, Linda.
Back to Brad. Brad, guess what?
All right.
You have stumbled into sound.
Whoopee!
No, those will be later. All right, this is a real clip from this week run through AI software, so it's a real person talking, but it's not going to sound like that person. You have to tell me who said this.
The challenge before us is great, but the time for action is now, and I will not let you down.
Who said that this week, Brad?
That is so, like, middle of the road.
Yeah, it
And
is.
so not exciting. And so
nobody
very monotone.
Truth over facts.
It has to be
It's a
the
great.
new Speaker of the House.
The new Speaker of the
Mike
House.
Johnson.
Mike Johnson said that this week. Is that true, Linda?
No.
No. Okay, here's who really said that this week.
The challenge before
I
us
don't
is
even know what his
great.
voice sounds like.
Oh, actually,
Time for action is now, and I will not.
It actually
let
is
you down.
Mike
It is
Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
And Linda.
Ooh, a tie.
Yeah, making things interesting here. So, X gets the square.
All right.
Here we go.
Now
Here
we're
we go.
rolling,
Let's
Gail.
go.
We got ourselves a tic-tac-toe game.
Let's go!
Let's go!
I will
I know
pick.
I spent a lot of time around 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, my
that is
9-year-old's there
the
too.
only thing they say.
Gail
Yep.
and Linda are like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, I said we were going to have peanut butter and jelly for dinner. I don't understand.
Let's go! What does this mean for LeBron's legacy?
Yes, that has been said to me too. And I'm like, I don't know the answer to the question.
It's rhetorical.
Or the premise.
Yeah. It's about basketball, just so you know.
Which square?
1.
Good choice.
Number 1. And who's answering?
I'm going to go with Andy again.
Annie, very
Ooh,
good
here we
choice
go.
for this question.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Very good choice.
I don't like the way you said it, though.
Annie.
Yeah.
Everyone now knows the name Tom Emmer of Minnesota and Mike Johnson of Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier this week, behind closed doors, there were 9 candidates for Speaker of the House being voted on and jockeying for a position. Other than Emmer and Johnson, name any of them.
Byron Donalds.
Byron Donald.
Of
That was
Florida.
very fast. Gosh, that was very fast. Agree or disagree?
Or
That was
Jack
very fast. I'm going to agree.
Bergman.
Wow, look
Murphy.
at that. I thought that was going to be a tough question because Donald's is really the only one that kind of pops off that list. But then you were saying things of a nature that we're correct.
This is the equivalent of scoreboard right here.
She's just pointing at the logo of the
What
show.
does this mean for LeBron's logo?
Yeah. Nice. Bergman. Man, I can't believe you
Mike
knew those
Boss
names.
said he was going to be the one who made the nomination speech on the show.
Well, you're right.
And he was the highest ranking military official in Congress.
And what state was he from?
Michigan?
Yeah, oh my God!
Yeah, that's right. I told you.
Hey,
I know.
Let's go! Man, she's nails today. She's Lenny Dykstra.
That's a deep cut, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. All right, Linda.
I think Kelsey's Hope Foundation's never coming back.
Kelsey's Hope's fine. Linda and Gail are like,
I need you guys at home to really make the donations make this worth it for them.
Yeah.
Kelsey's Hope Foundation.com. 2 L's in Kelsey's. $9.71. Make it happen, Captain.
Linda, back to you.
Okay, I'm going to go with number 2, and I'm going to give Trisha the opportunity to redeem herself.
I like the pressure. Pour the pressure on.
Yeah,
Let's
because
go.
this is, if you don't get it, it's tic-tac-toe.
She's been studying all
it's
week
on.
to be an expert, too.
So you got to get this one for the game
You'll
to stay
know
tied.
if I don't know.
She keeps begging us to be an expert, and she was preparing all week for this moment in
I
time.
studied real late into the night.
Yeah.
This is tough, but Trisha, this is the kind of question you like. This is...
Whoopee!
Okay, this is an audio whoopee. Here's a clip from Trump this week. So here is the clip.
You got to get out there. You got to watch those voters. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes. You got to watch election night. You know, it used to be election day, election night. Now it's election month.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, that's a real clip.
It's a real clip.
Real.
Is that a real clip? Yes, it is. All right. Question is,
Hard to believe.
he was speaking at a rally in which state?
Ooh.
Your kind of question.
Canada.
Yeah.
Germany.
Germany. The state of Germany.
This will be a big fat no.
Okay. That is
Really?
correct. Amazing. I can't believe she
Pennsylvania.
got that wrong. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay.
New Hampshire. Ooh, man, nails. Where'd you go?
Sorry, Gail. That's
Wasn't
what I
my
was
question.
trying to do for. I'll do that for everybody.
Oh, for the block.
All right, Gail. This is a game. We got a real game going here.
Set the table for us. Across the top and through
Across
the
the
middle.
top, we got XOX. Across the middle, we got XOO. So no tic-tac-toes yet.
like
Bottom row
Talking
is
in Morse code.
all that's available.
XOO, no
It's more like football
tic-tac-toe.
talk. Gail, which one do you want here?
I'm going to go 7.
Ooh. 7, and so this is for a tic-tac-toe.
Offense, I like it.
Yep.
So you're playing offense. You could be playing defense here,
I
but you're
know.
not.
Hey, leave her alone. She knows what she's doing.
I'm not. Hey, I'm just talking through the. Everybody needs to know what we're seeing, not criticizing her.
I'm criticizing you.
7, number 7, and who's answering for you?
You know, she did me good twice, so.
Annie. Oh,
Sorry,
bravo!
go.
Because this is the one question of the whole week I was hoping Annie would get.
Oh, no.
Yes, 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 yes.
I'm
Annie,
sorry, Gail.
Just so you know, this is another.
Whoopee. What is this? What is this category?
Right up your lane.
What is?
I'll read the question.
What
to
is the
you.
whoopee category? Why
It's
is
just it's just that you have audio associated with it.
Oh.
Audio whoopee.
Okay. All right.
System of a Down's drummer John Dolmayan
No. This is, yes. Now I'm starting to understand.
told a news outlet that he's lost lots of friends due to his political beliefs. He's a Trump supporter, and he said, quote, "I lost a lot of people that I thought were friends over the last few years, primarily due to my unwillingness to accept the narratives they are now questioning the validity of." So, in light of that, I'm going to play 10-second clips, 4 of them, of 4 songs. One of them is System of a Down. You have to tell me which one it is.
Okay. Okay.
Here's the first one.
I know that song.
That's your first 10-second clip.
Okay.
Here's your second one.
That sounds terrible. Go
Are
on.
any of those System of... Now here's number 3. Okay, and number 4.
He's a greedy little people. You wanted to. Grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to. Undiscuss the fader with the shake up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. Why I don't think you trust.
Okay.
Number
of those
3.
4. Number 3. Number 3.
System of a Down?
New York Minute.
She's saying number 3 was the System of a Down cut. Gail, do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
That is correct.
That's a great call, Gail.
Wait, is it number 2?
No, it is not. Brad?
Number 4.
Number 4 is
I-
correct.
I know the first song.
Mm-hmm. That's Toadies.
Two felt really angry.
Yep.
Was number 2 Marilyn Manson?
No, it's Alice in Chains.
Oh my gosh, I actually know Alice in Chains songs.
Yeah, they are a band that exists.
Felt like I was down in a hole listening to that.
Oh, man. Hey, wow, what a reference. Great job there, Nails. All right.
Oh, we got our first tic-tac-toe.
We got our first tic-tac-toe, but what happens now is there's another opportunity for her to tie the game
A
immediately.
vertical tic-tac-toe with the X's in the left column. We've got a circle in 2, a circle in 5, an X in the top right, and a circle in the middle right. Linda's turn. Where's she going to go?
And Annie is off the board.
Oh, no!
Oh, Annie's off the
I was
board.
hoping for another System of a Down question.
I'm going to go with 8.
8, okay, and
For the
who's answering?
tic-tac-toe.
Sorry, Trisha. I'm going to have to go back to Brad.
Oh,
I understand.
there's tension.
There's a lot on the line here.
Yeah.
There is a lot on the line
Trisha's
here.
like, I'd go with Brad, too.
Yeah, me too.
Brad, guess what? Once again, you have stumbled into AI sound. So this is, again, a real clip from the week run through AI software. Tell me who said this.
For his own selfish gain, Kevin McCarthy was sabotaging the candidacy of anyone else because he was plotting a return.
Yeah.
Okay, who said that?
That's Matt Gaetz. And
That's
yeah, that's
that was
Matt
fast. Okay.
yeah.
And that's your final answer.
That is my I am
Okay.
100% on that one.
All right,
Wow.
I'm going to agree.
Well, here's who said it.
For his own selfish gain, Kevin McCarthy was sabotaging the candidacy of anyone else because he was plotting a return.
Somebody find me a picture of Matt Gaetz' bottom teeth. That's all I want. That's all I need. This is bottom teeth. Show me that they're there. I don't think they are.
Brad, that is the promo for the weekend.
I hear Matt Gaetz
Gonna write
is
that
like
time
in
down.
tune with this station, so I'm just trying to get on Matt Gaetz' timeline. Mark Cox.
Man, yeah.
You should have seen him walking around this building
He
today.
wasn't just on his timeline. He was on his show.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. That's been some drama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of drama, 1 square left. And we have 2 tic-tac-toes, which means the game is tied.
This is as good as it gets.
This is a great game. This is fantastic.
Is this all down to me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is.
You were cheering. I was like, if I get this right, it's going to be all
I'm
on
really
you.
sorry.
Wow. Wow.
Trisha.
Yay. I just
It's-
remember I love you.
It's Gail's turn. Now, this square will determine total number of squares,
This is
which
everything.
means
Yeah.
it's all
This
on
is
the
it.
line
We
here
got
with
it.
this
All
one.
the
A
marbles.
vertical tic-tac-toe for X's in the left column, a center vertical tic-tac-toe for the O's in the middle column, an X in the top right, an O in the center right, and a blank space. Looking
Bottom
at Leah.
corner. All
We're
right.
gonna write somebody's name in it.
So, Gail, you want to take number 9 or?
I'll take number 9.
Okay, great pick. And Trisha, maybe? Yeah.
Yes.
Trisha?
I see what the strategy
All right.
is here.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Trisha, on Sunday, St. Louis City SC gets its first playoff game at home against their newfound I-70 rivals in Kansas City. What is the
Did
name?
Steve make you write this question?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I get a kick back here. What is the name of Kansas City's soccer team?
It is Sporting KC.
She knows?
Yeah,
She
I have a
seems like
shirt
she
and I
knows.
have to
Sounds
burn the
really-
shirt now because they're big rivals.
No offense, but I wouldn't even know to make that up. Sporting
Sporting
KC?
KC.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah, it does.
I hate 'em.
Gail,
It's real.
sounds fake to me.
Sounds like we should beat
Gail,
the snot
don't listen
out
to
of 'em.
Ryan.
Well, my daughter lives in KC. I'm going there Tuesday.
You going to the soccer game?
No.
No.
I've been to soccer games there.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. I agree.
You are correct for the
It
win.
was a soccer question. That's literally the only thing I do. Oh, man.
What a game.
What a friendly game.
Great job.
Congratulations, Gail. Linda, that was a great game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully, we were able to raise some money while we did this for Kelsey's Hope Foundation. We're grateful to partner with them all this month. You can go online to Kelsey's Hope Foundation. It's KELLSIES. hopefoundation.com/donate. I donated $97.10 myself, and I encourage you to go donate $9 and let's see what it'd be. $9.71. And what station are we on? I don't know. Keep going. It's almost the end of the week.
Do we have any System of a Down?
No, I lied. Donate $1,120. Just do it in the name of KMOX and make everybody happy. Gail, Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
So
us.
great to have you. We'll be back with the results of our YouTube live chat poll. When is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? You let us know with your comments. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @AnnieFryShow.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Has anyone ever taken the time to help you at a point in your life when you were in desperate need? How did that make you feel toward the person that helped you? The word gratitude comes to mind. Hi, I'm Martin Winslow, founder and president of Bethlehem Christian Academy. Through the years, I've met so many children that have gratitude toward those who helped them through their child sponsorships. Currently, BCA has 2,000 students spread over 4 countries, full of children filled with gratitude toward those who've helped them. But there continues to be great need. BCA's ministry is transforming lives by feeding and educating poor and orphan children in some of the poorest places in Africa and South Asia. Here's how you can help. For just $36 a month, you can offer these kids hope of a better future, but more importantly, give them the opportunity to learn about Jesus. You can also join us on a mission trip to one of our several school locations overseas and meet the child you sponsor. Remember that feeling of gratitude you had toward the person who helped you out? Wouldn't you like to pass that feeling on to someone else? To find out more about how you can get involved with BCA's ministry, please visit bcaministries.com. That's bcaministries.com.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how to link to the market without the risk. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go online to retirementkey.com.
St. Louis physician Dr. Abicki created Neovitin 15 years ago to help support his own nutrition when he needed it most. Since then, Neovitin has helped thousands of people support their daily nutrition with sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and Dr. Abicki's proprietary blend. If you're ready to join many St. Louisans in supporting their nutrition, give Neovitin a try. You can find Neovitin at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitin.com.
Well, that was a fun X's and O's, and they are walking out to their cars right now to find out just how fun it was. Kelsey's Hope Foundation.com. Donate right there, right now. $97 or $9.71 or $971. You know, whatever it is. Don't do $11.20. That was fun. So thank you so much, and we're going to give you the results of this poll of the day in just a minute here, which is, when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime you want. November, after Thanksgiving, December. Those are your 4 choices. We will, I think, discuss this in a very impassioned way here in just a minute. 2:47 right now. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
MarkReardon.com. The Mark Reardon Show.
Well, we take you into the weekend with a Reardon Roundtable and a great panel. Jane Duker, Greg Keller on my side, Meg Shackelford on the D side. It all starts at 3.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
With nuts, please.
Not me.
So Annie wants a he/him.
Yep.
And Ryan will take a she/her.
What do you have, Trisha?
I
That's
have
a big box of nuts
caramel
and candy.
apples from Bobby's Frozen Custard.
That's
Those
fantastic.
are bulbous.
They're nuts and no nuts.
What?
Round and
Yeah, just round and bulbous.
voluptuous.
Yeah, voluptuous.
We're talking about the apples, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're all getting
The
very
ones
excited
with
about
and
them.
without nuts.
Man, Bobby's old-fashioned hand-dipped caramel apples, bobby'sfrozencustard.com. You went and picked these up today?
I did, yeah. So actually, part of Kelsey's Hope Foundation for Conservatives Care, they did a trunk or treat at Bobby's last night, and there was such a great turnout that Bobby's called and said, we want to give you apples.
Awesome.
And we said we wanted to eat them.
And I said, apples sound delightful. Thank you very much.
Very cool.
So,
what kind
yeah.
are you taking? But they have, the one I took is a pecan caramel apple.
I think because I'm going to share with Eddie, I think I'm going to take this one with little Reese's Pieces on it.
Oh, man, Reese's Pieces is the best candy there
Bobby's
is.
caramel candy coated peanut butter apple. I think
All right.
this one's going to be mine.
Brad, what kind do you want?
Thank you.
I am a traditional caramel apple. Is there anything like that?
No, you
Pecans,
got
probably
nuts,
as traditional as
mini
you get.
M&Ms, or Reese's Pieces.
The one with nuts.
Nuts.
I knew he was a nuts guy here. Yeah, pass that over to
Yep,
him.
he's a nuts guy.
Leah, what do you want?
So you said nuts, M&Ms, or Reese's Pieces? I'll do M&Ms.
M&Ms.
All right, I think that's everybody.
Yep, that's good. Ooh, Annie, you could take a lot of these home.
Yeah, kids are going, do we
Yeah.
get some? Do we get some? Yes, you do.
You do.
Ryan, what kind do you want?
I'll just take whatever's left, all of it. I'll take the. You know what? Just one of each.
Yeah.
I know. I'll take a Reese's Pieces.
Perfect. Well,
There
thank
we
you,
go.
Bobbies, for doing the trunk or treat with Kelsey's Hope last night and for generously giving us some of these apples to talk about it. We appreciate that. And that was really fun with Kelsey's Hope Foundation.
That
Yeah,
was
great.
fun with them, and it was a good game.
Yeah. You want to talk more about it?
Yeah.
Thank you for the soccer
When I met
question.
Gail.
Oh boy, I didn't know we were going there. Sorry.
If
she
I
shook
should
my
have
hand,
known,
I shook her hand. It was great.
it was great.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Radio magic.
And then right after that, I met Linda.
Same thing.
Yeah.
What's the consistent thing in those two equations?
Two people and me.
The stars align, they really align.
The YouTube live chat poll for today is: when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime they want. November, after Thanksgiving, or December? Trisha, since you are our guest in here right now, what is your thought on this question?
Ooh, I want to say anytime, but I'm going to say November.
Why?
Because the sooner the better. But also, if it's May and I put my Christmas decorations up, people think I left them up, and then it gets this whole like.
And it's a fine line between too late and too early. But if you drove past someone's house and they had it was nighttime and the outside of their house was to the nines of Christmas decorations, would it make you happy inside, or would you go, ugh?
It would make me happy inside. But if it's June, I think, are those people okay?
Okay.
Like, did something happen to that family?
And why is okay? That's what she said when she came to my house. Ryan, anytime November, after Thanksgiving, or December, when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up?
let's lock it in anytime you want, Annie, anytime you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because no matter when I see it, it makes me happy. And usually it's in February that I'm like, oh, they're really being bold and still not only leaving them up, but turning them on. I'm like, you know what?
That's
Bravo to you for doing this.
Have you changed? I don't feel like you were an anytime
No,
person.
no, it depends on what it is, because if we're talking about when I put mine up versus when I think it's cool to do it in a store versus when I see just other people doing it, they're all different.
We are fully investing this question into judging other people.
Yes, and that's why with this particular question, I say do it whenever you want. It is a little bit weird if somebody puts them up in May.
And then turns them on?
And then turns them on.
Nobody does that.
But nobody's really doing that.
So I guess I'll amend my answer. If you want to do that, that's cool. I'm happy for you. Live your life.
It doesn't make you mad.
No.
Leah, when is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime, November, after Thanksgiving, or December?
I'm going to say November.
November?
Definitely not at any time.
So I have
they get judgy.
I have a free weekend.
That's okay.
This weekend. Can I put up my Christmas decorations? You're saying it's too soon.
Well, because you're you, I'm not going to say squat.
Wait a minute.
You've already got your apple. You're fine.
Yeah, you're
The
good.
important distinction, are you turning them on when you put them up?
If I put Christmas decorations up,
You're turning them on.
yeah.
Okay. Because I think that's important, because you could put them up this weekend and not turn them on until
Yeah, I
November.
know people that do that. Put their lights up because it's warm outside.
I would say maybe outside. My husband, yes, every year we go through this. I don't want him to put the Christmas decorations up. I don't want him on the roof. I need to invest in somebody doing it, but it is expensive. So if there's a solution out there that I haven't sought out yet, please inform me. But I don't want him on the roof. And when he goes up there, the whole time I'm thinking this isn't worth him falling off the roof. Why are we doing this? And then
But
I
it's for
spend the
the-
whole Christmas.
For the lights.
Well, I know, but it's not worth it.
I want him up there sooner than later. I want him
I
up there tap dancing, up on the housetop, click, click, click.
What if
I would be okay if you can put the lights on my roof.
Say, what if we had Ryan put the
I'm
lights
okay
up?
with that.
And
How
we'll
about
just tie
today?
him off to, I don't know, Jared on the bottom.
I'll
so
pay,
Ryan falls.
I'll pay you half what I'd have to pay somebody else.
I'll pass.
You insured?
Yeah. But
I have a high roof.
Yes,
I
he
know you
does.
do.
Brad?
Man, this was hard for me because I am like, and I think I'm getting soft in my old age, but I was always a very hard after Thanksgiving kind of guy, but I'm more of like, November's all right. But the other hand, it's your house, it's your property, and I don't have any business telling you what you do with your stuff. So the libertarian in me is saying whenever.
I am an anytime you want, and the sooner the better, which is not part of that answer, but absolutely.
No, we thought you were going to say December.
Yeah, no, this poll was really just for me. Rick said, I guess I'm okay with any time, but I hate to see Christmas decorations in July. Where are you people going?
Yeah, this doesn't really
questions
happen.
about those people. I have questions about you people.
We're not talking about backyard barbecue lights. We're talking about Christmas lights.
Yeah.
You gotta be Christmas
Every
lights.
time they jump in their pool, they turn their lights around, and it's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Come
they
on,
even
people.
decorated a palm tree.
Those
Who
aren't
has
Christmas
palm trees
lights.
in the Midwest.
Those are mini lighted pineapples.
You know what that means?
If they're upside down,
Yeah.
I do.
Most of the people are like, no, I don't know
No, I
what that
really
means.
don't. Don't Google it.
Google it or don't. It's up to you. Betsy says, poll, after Thanksgiving, fond memories as a child of putting up the tree with my dad while football is on. And then it says, eyes pink heart shape.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be an emoji, but she wrote it out.
To Google that right after I Google upside down pineapple. Carlos says, I picked A, but only because we are in America. For me, I'm an after Thanksgiving person. I appreciate and respect that that mentality. Dirt. Say,
Did you glitch?
well, I put Dirk's comment up here, but it said, would you compete in an eating contest?
I think that was an AMA.
Which is not why I made that noise. No, I would not.
Speaking of Christmas
It's so time for the show to be over. Amanda says, I don't care when others put their decorations up. It's theirs. Mine, on the other hand, will be going up and won't be going up until after Thanksgiving, one holiday at a time, y'all. And I've got 300 windows opening up over here, and I can't read anymore. So let's get to the results of today's YouTube live chat poll. When is it okay for other people's Christmas decorations to go up? Anytime they want, November, after Thanksgiving, or December. 5% of you curmudgeons say December.
Ooh, really? That's
5%. That's hardly anybody.
5%. Okay.
Let's see here. 15% say November. Oh man, this dramatically changed. 51% say after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
A majority, a full majority. And 29% say anytime you want. And you are my people. 1/3 of you are awesome.
All right. I'm just going to do what's popular and do it after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you, the one who was always just following the crowd because they ran away from you. The Mark Reardon Show coming up next, guys.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. Our Friday Reardon Roundtable is set to go off here in just a matter of minutes. It's going to be a good one. Jane Duker, Greg Keller, Meg Shackelford, all on the panel. It starts in mere moments.
Single-family houses and apartments are the key to passive income, a.k.a. retirement. No one knows this better than America's most successful investor, educator, self-made multimillionaire, and CEO of Lifestyles Unlimited, Del Walmsley. Meet Del's team live in St. Louis. 2 days only at the DoubleTree by Hilton. Saturday and Sunday, November 4th and 5th. To attend, register now at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. That's GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Limited seating, unlimited potential. Register today at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
Congratulations to St. Louis Fashion Fund on its 10th anniversary. The fund, a nonprofit and leading voice for St. Louis fashion, represents 800 businesses, as well as supports students, designers, emerging and established brands that collectively generate fashion's $3.3 billion annually to our region. Their year-long celebration will spotlight 10 fashion events to amplify why fashion is so important to the fabric of our community. To learn more about Fashion Fund's 10 for the 10th, visit stlouisfashionfund.org.
Come to the Enchanted Attic. Come to the Enchanted Attic. I dare you to come to the Enchanted Attic, where we take Halloween very seriously. It's Diane. I'm back with books on ghosts. Learn how to see a ghost, how to talk to a ghost, how to channel a ghost, how to hunt a ghost, or where to find a real haunted house. There could be one near you, so you might want to get some of our protection oil. It's been